elite.
What
As
profile?
It's working.
Yo,
It's working, bro. It's working.
What is
my
the
bad.
profile picture?
I ain't ignoring nobody. I was just doing something in the back. What's good, y'all?
No, we good.
I think Jade will be joining a little late. He said he's running late or something like that. So he might pop in, he might not. If he ends up popping in, he got the link. So today I see people in the chat already, bro. So today we're going to be talking some WrestleMania, some good and some bad of some past stuff, and we'll dive into some of the stuff we got coming up in 2 weeks, I believe now, because it's the 17th. So in about 2 weeks, we will be doing predictions for the show the week of. We just gotta wait until everything's announced officially, so we know all the matches for sure before we dive into the predictions for everything. So. Like I said, I don't know if you guys caught, but Jade, like I said, might join. He might not. He said he's running a little late doing something, so he might pop in a little later through the show. But thank you guys for coming through again this week. Last week we had a pretty popping episode, so thank you guys for coming through last week as well. Make sure you guys sub all this stuff. So we'll just dive into some of the
Before we dive in,
stuff.
can I just say one thing? 5 seconds. Happy birthday to the greatest champion, Samoa Joe. Happy birthday, gang.
Glaze.
The glazing is crazy,
Mean
man.
glaze.
Glaze.
That's a mean glaze.
Are you not even a better champion than Orange Cassidy, bro? What are you doing?
That's
Hey, cooking. No, he's kind of cooking.
Facts be facts, bro. Facts be facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts be facts. He got time though. He got time. He got time. But
When he
so
picks up
first,
all your favorites, I don't want to hear nothing.
he gonna pass up whose favorites?
I can't wait till he pins Swerve. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
all
Yes,
y'all gonna
sir,
be
Luke.
sick, and I'm gonna be laughing my ass off.
That's disgusting.
Now,
That is
I'm
I can't wait till we
gonna
do
come
it.
on this podcast when Swerve beat his ass, bro. I'm gonna come on here with a
Facts.
big ass smile.
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
coming on here with a kid.
But you know what's crazy? I'm fine if Swerve wins. I want Swerve to be a champion.
Nah, I know.
But it's for all the people leading up when they told me Samoa Joe wasn't gonna do it, and he did. I'm just here for the ride. As far as I'm concerned, I already got my Christmas present for 2024 as well, so I'm good.
Nah, I ride with it.
He getting packed up, so. Surprised he ain't got hurt yet, bro. Got grading. He probably is hurt. They just they just letting it slide. That's what it is.
What's good, Luke?
So how do you guys before we dive into some other stuff, because I got some stuff that I'm gonna go through here myself. How's everybody feeling about the show so far this year? This is what they've announced. We don't know other stuff yet, but
So did you
The
actually
card
know
itself looks great, but
Facts.
I wish I didn't move to Texas so soon. Kind of mad.
That's tough, man. That's tough, but it's okay. It's
It's straight. It's straight.
Hey, man, I thought last year was gonna be better than X7. Man, this year.
Nah,
This
this
year.
All they have to do is make the right decisions.
make the
That's
right
all
decision.
they have to do. Make the right decisions.
Facts.
Like I don't care about the build up for certain matches because some matches don't even need a build. Just make the right decisions, guys. That's all they got to do. We need to end this WrestleMania with Rocky Balboa, aka Cody Rhodes.
Since
holding
I
the
got you
titles.
here. So what's the right decision for the Gunther match?
Gunther should win because it's not Chad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not as much as I love Sammy,
Agreed.
and Sammy did say on an interview or something that he kind of felt upset about the fact that like people were kind of upset that he won because he was just in his feelings. He's like, man, I thought the fans loved me, but I just want to say, Sami Zayn, it's not you, gang. It's not you. All right,
Nope.
we still love you, but we felt Chad Gable with this story. It was the story that was told the longest, and it's the story that, let's be real, more people were into. So we just want to say it's not you, Sammy. I think it would have been better suited if you lost, and you would have went from main event Mania 39 to not on the card Mania 40, so you can get your world championship in Mania 41. I think that would have been a better story, but it's okay, gang. Like, it's not you. So Gunther should retain until he loses Chad Gable. That's how I'm saying. Until Chad Gable gets his way somehow back into this match, Gunther should retain. If they make it a triple threat, give it to Chad Gable. As far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
and low-key could make it a triple threat because, as we saw on Raw, Chad Gable's shoulders were not down. Not in the
Oh,
slightest.
yeah. And they
Not
need
in
to
the
start
slightest.
playing into that a lot more because, come on, gang. Come
'Cause
on,
we all
gang.
seen
Like,
it. We all seen that. Like, you can't just ignore it.
hey, and
I
Sammy
think-
could. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think they might make it a triple threat. with the U.S. title being a triple threat now, they might not make it a triple threat anymore. So I think they're probably just gonna push out Chad Gable's stuff a little later, if it still is gonna be Gable in the end, because assuming they'll probably do a draft. I mean, Gunther's gonna need some new opponents anyway. He's pretty much done beat all the people on Raw from the main event to the mid card levels. So there's really not many people left for him realistically to face in like a legit type feud or something, at least, for me, because he's done beating so many people.
Right.
But just to run through the card, just so everybody knows what the matches are so far. So for night one, we already know we got the Bloodline Tag Team match. It's the only match they've announced for night one so far. Night two is Seth and Drew and Roman and Cody. Everything else hasn't been announced for a certain night, but you still know it's going to happen.
Nah, Logan's match is night 2. He just announced it.
Oh, okay. So
there you go.
that match is night 2.
That'll probably open the show.
It's a good opener.
Jay.
What's good, Jay?
Possibly.
Sorry, guys.
Possibly.
You good, man?
So you also have Io and Bailey, you have Becky and Rhea, you have Sammy Gunther, you have the 6-pack ladder match. The only team so far is the Judgment Day, but every other team will be announced shortly. LA Knight, AJ Styles, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, and then the triple threat match for the US title. Those are the matches that we have so far.
You know what's crazy? Hearing all them names. Liv Morgan don't hold a candle to any of them. I'm just saying, bro.
Oh
My God. All right.
If you hear the names, she not on the level. Just saying.
I just noticed we got. Hey, Axe. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Those were not our words. That was Lewis.
Bring Jeff Hardy back. And
Yeah, it's all Lewis.
No, I'll back it up. I'll back it up too.
Oh my God, World War V.
Who are the rest of the teams you see being in that ladder match? Because they've announced some of the matchups and some of the teams.
One mistake they've already made is putting DIY and the Creed brothers in the same qualifying match. They should both be in the fucking match. I can't believe they've done that. I cannot believe they did that.
You think they're gonna do a last chance type of thing?
I have a hot take.
No, because I think they're gonna do 3 teams from. Well, they'll do
2 teams from Raw, 2 teams from SmackDown.
Yeah. So I think DIY. I think Awesome Truth and the New Day are going to.
Wait, wasn't NXT supposed to be a part of this?
No.
Nah.
I could have swore Nick Aldis
NXT has their own tournament.
Yeah, I know, but I could have swore Nick Aldis was like, when he announced the thing, it was like, yeah, we're gonna do this many teams from Raw, this many teams from SmackDown, and 1 team from NXT. I could have swore because Luke Gallows and the OC or Carl Anderson, they're in this tournament on SmackDown. LWO is in this tournament.
They're SmackDown guys.
Yeah,
I thought they were NXT guys.
They're just visiting.
They just been showing up on NXT, but they're on the SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
They're part of the SmackDown roster.
It's like when Aleister Black and Ricochet.
But they're not. I mean, they're not. They're not
NXT
gonna
guys.
They're not going to win.
They're on every show.
They're more than likely going to become the NXT Tag Team Champions. So they're just kind of in there to put the other team. I think they're facing.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Yeah, so there might be. It seems like SmackDown's doing something different though.
Theory and Waller have potential. They're not going to last because they're already teasing a breakup, but that team's got potential.
It seems like they're already
together at the wrong time. Like,
yeah,
it's a bad time. Awesome Truth is a little too hot right now.
Very hot.
They've been together.
They'd be a great team to beat Awesome Truth though.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they've been together before that. They just need a little something. I mean, they kind of really had a little bit of anything.
They need to win.
A win.
Yeah, a win. Yeah.
I think. I mean, realistically, if you look at it, I mean, there are going to be certain teams that are going to have to take the back into it because Pretty Deadly's not going to be in it because they lost to Newcastle Republic, which is cool. I mean, I like them anyway. So, it seems like with the tag team issued, like I figured that they would have DIY and Awesome Truth on there, and then when I was thinking of the last team, I think they're thinking of team styles that would fit well in it. Not saying the Creeds won it, but I honestly forgot about the New Day, and when they announced them for the match, I was like, well, that kind of makes sense too.
I think for the story, DIY should lose the Creeds, in my opinion. With DIY,
they put too much into these into the DIY regeneration.
Leave them off Mania.
The way I look at it, that's what I was going to say. The Creeds this is their first Mania. They can miss it. It's fine. Even though I would love to see the Creeds in Mania, it's their
If
first
you look
one.
if you think of highlight reel type shit though, I mean that screams.
No facts. I mean, you're gonna get better ones from the Creeds. But DIY,
we're definitely gonna see Brutus do that fucking cannonball off the top of a 12-foot ladder, and I'm here for it.
Can you see the most? Can you think of the most athletic shit Julius Creed could do?
Just be insane.
Yeah.
It would be insane.
He's probably about to belly-to-belly suplex 3 guys off the ladder at the same time. Again,
You,
I'm here for it.
fine
I love
with
the
that.
fucking Creeds.
The Creeds will have their time though. I mean, Triple H gonna sprinkle a little bit of what he likes, and we've seen DIY in ladder matches before, so
Y'all know Julius Creed gonna be a breakout star, right?
Yeah, we've been on this.
Y'all ready for Hill DIY though, right? Because y'all know it's coming.
Yes, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you said it. I'm not gonna lie. This
we know Awesome Truth might get them titles, and the perfect feud after that, bro, is against DIY.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready for Tommaso Ciampa to go back to being interesting. Unfortunately, I know Johnny can be a great babyface, but Tommaso right now, bro, you can miss me with that game. I need
at
that.
least we know Johnny knows how to play a heel better than Tommaso can play a babyface.
And can
facts.
One other thing too. Ultimately, I don't care who wins this tag team match, but what really needs to happen, like if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so pissed off, is there needs to be 2 winners and we need to split these fucking belts. Like it's time. It's time. We need to have one member from 2 teams.
I don't think that's
holding
happening.
On to those straps.
That's not happening.
And pull them
It's
apart.
not happening.
Okay, but it needs to. Nate.
No, it needs to, but it's not happening, bro.
You know, Jay, I feel like
honestly, I wouldn't put it out the ordinary to happen,
bro.
honestly,
The perfect person is in this match.
I think they're gonna split them either at the draft or during Raw after.
Y'all missing the perfect opportunity. Somebody who does the dumbest shit is in this match. We've had R-Truth coming in the Rumble with a ladder. This man's gonna pull down 1 belt, forget that they have to pull down 2, and another team is gonna grab it.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
It's gonna happen.
No, I talked about this on my live. R-Truth needs a serious WrestleMania moment. His WrestleMania moment.
No, this is R-Truth we talk.
It has to be serious.
This is R-Truth.
It does. No, because bro, you got to think about it. R-Truth's never won a match at WrestleMania, bro. Like it has to be like an actual genuine moment. That's like the one moment that he actually has at Mania. He's not gonna get this again.
Was he in Team Teddy versus Team Johnny?
He was in a lot of Mania matches. He just never had a WrestleMania moment. He's never had a win. Yeah, he's never had a moment.
But it's an R-Truth fashion.
It's a win, but it's like no. The joke. There's certain times where you can joke and be like funny, and with R-Truth, but like the punchline at that point, it's like, all right, bro. Like this.
Hold on, I got to deliver it for Nate. Hold on, I got to deliver it for Nate. Nate, here, this came for you. Here, hold that.
Nah. You take that back. You take that back.
Wrong.
Take that back. You take that back. You know what you can? You know you can give that to? You can give that to your boy Nick Nimitz. There you go. All right. So
he's doing nothing but winning. I want to hear it from you. That boy's doing nothing but winning.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy? Y'all are talking about Nate. You talk about R-Truth need a serious Mania moment, and Axe, you talk about he gonna take down one. Y'all gonna be so bad when Finn Balor pulled down both them titles.
Relax. All right, bro. All right. Jay, bring that. Take the L back.
Y'all are gonna be so
heated. There you go.
Y'all are going to be
Why do you want that? Don't you want Finn to
when
move on?
Judgment Day retained? Y'all gonna be so mad. Y'all gonna be
don't you want Finn to move on?
I'm gonna be laughing.
G would watch the world burn just for Finn Balor to get a win at WrestleMania. That's all he cares.
He already does.
Absolutely, I would.
Absolutely,
I would.
Twice.
You are absolutely right.
I
would watch the world burn for Finn Balor, Samoa Joe.
Bro.
I would watch the world burn for them too. Absolutely, I would.
That's too bad for that.
WWE, I would watch.
Gotta get packed up. Judgment Day gotta get packed up.
I gotta see what teams are in here before I make my decision. I gotta see what they're cooking with. I gotta see what teams they put in here.
I can tell you what teams is gonna be in there though.
I gotta see what teams they put in there for sure. So, I mean, I like the, I guess the direction they're kind of going in as far as what we kind of know what teams are gonna be in there, at least for sure. But they kind of could be a swerve. Cause like I said, I thought there are gonna be certain teams in here and they ain't gonna be in here. I thought Pretty Deadly would be one. They ain't gonna be in it. I thought the Creeds possibly could be in it, but I don't see them beating DIY either. So, I like the direction they're going in. So I'm cool with. Honestly, I'm not really opposed to any teams. There are certain teams that I do want in here. The 2 teams that I really want in here would be DIY and Street Profits. Those are the 2 teams that I really want in there. Anybody else?
The Street Profits are going to AOP?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, I feel like
that's GG.
But SmackDown's doing a bracket, so they're in a different bracket, and so they're going to lose. It's going to be because I think they're doing that 6-man tag at Mania. So whoever wins, that match is going to lose in the end.
Yeah, I was about to say they're gonna. So it's what I think is gonna happen. Honestly, I think Street Profits are gonna beat AOP on some crazy stuff, and then when they have their match against whoever wins in the other part, I think it's the OC versus somebody. I don't know. Whoever wins that, AOP is gonna cost the Street Profits that match by whatever, and we're gonna get the 6-man tag, and that's when
I think that's Waller and Theory.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to face Waller in Theory. And, Waller in Theory.
That means Waller and Theory are in the ladder match at that point.
Yeah, because
I'd be okay with that.
All the people that are going to be on the ladder match are all the tag teams that have been on TV. If you look at these matches, if you haven't been on TV, you're not making it. That's why Pretty Deadly just lost. That's why LWO, unfortunately, is about to get packed up. You know what I mean?
Like getting packed up.
They already lost.
Yeah,
they're done.
Oh.
Legato. Yeah, they lost already.
They're done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Legato's getting packed up because they're new. They're the ones getting packed up.
Yeah, they got stuff with the LWO. Yeah,
they
got the 6-man at Mania.
Now that I think about it, that match is going to be hectic. 6 different teams.
12 people.
Dude, the multi-tag match last year was my favorite match on the card.
Who?
Hey, remember Money in the Bank used to be like 8-9 people, man. Just add 3 more. We got something popping.
Man.
Generational. I'm gonna just call it that. Generational.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? That's gonna be match of the night. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
The multi-man tag team matches are always the match of the night. It was match of the night last year.
It's gonna be hard to top for sure.
Yeah, facts.
Yes, sir.
It'll definitely be hard to top. So I'm
unless Omos is on the card, but
hey man, I gotta announce this publicly, bro. I've been swayed to the Omos side, gang.
Fuck, man. Why?
You know, for somebody who hates Kwame Brown, I don't know how you got swayed to the Omos side. I don't.
Bro, he's just a good dude. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, he's a good dude. But
yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Omos,
you know who else was a great guy?
Titus O'Neil's the best guy in the business. But he's not a wrestler.
Jay, you read my mind. So
Titus O'Neil wasn't bad.
He wasn't the worst on the planet.
Hurrah!
You know what?
I got to say to that.
If you're defending,
hey, you know what? I'll give Titus this.
Primetime players,
he can move in the ring better than Omos can. And primetime players was actually really, really hot at one point. Like
they were.
I think their run got cut short.
They were tag teams. They were, but so was Omos.
Hey,
Omos tag team champ too.
Omos got a Mania moment. He squashed New Day. I'm just saying, bro. Peak performance.
I'm done.
By himself.
Titus don't got that.
Hey, Nicholas got a moment at WrestleMania too. What that mean?
Yeah, that means Nicholas is above Samoa
Joe. The youngest,
Yeah, all right, bro. All right. On Samoa Joe's birthday.
The youngest champion in WWE history.
Can I just point out, by the way, and I don't want to put this into the atmosphere, create havoc, but you know who I've been seeing a lot of on social media recently out of nowhere? Fucking Nicholas. What if Nicholas shows up, scales one of them ladders?
But he's gonna show Samoa Joe. Not
he's a little bit older. I think
he's 18.
He's like 16, 17 now, bro. He's a little bit older, bro.
Yeah. What year was that when he won the titles? Well, that was 34.
2018.
All I'm saying is
2 more years.
AEW's got Nick Wayne. WWE has Nicholas. That's all I'm saying.
Nicholas. And that's going to be his name, Nicholas.
And don't forget, bro. Hey, Braun Strowman here for a long time, too. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh my!
Hey, man,
they gonna finish the story.
Didn't he say I'll be back? Didn't he say when I'm 18 I'll be back?
But the way wrestling contracts work, though, if WWE really wanted to, they can add all the time Braun Strowman has missed from his injury.
Been injured because he's been out for a while.
So they can easily. So he's gonna be here.
Yeah, he really only came back because RIP, my guy Bray Wyatt. But that's really the only reason he was back on TV.
And money too. They paid him a lot of money not to put him on TV. He got a bag, bro. He's in the top 10, highest paid right now.
Really?
Again? So they fired him when he was making that money, and then they brought him back on the same contract? Because that's kind of all right.
Hey,
he's making too much money.
Someone's like that, bro.
It's making too much money not to be on TV, to be realistic.
Strowman is like him. Strowman's like that.
But also Strowman. I mean, I rocked with the tag team he was doing Ricochet. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought
that was so good. That was good.
When he came back, I was not a fan.
remember that tag team only started because Braun Strowman was going at the people who do flips and stuff, got a lot of heat, and then he's like, "Hey, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna put you with the guy who does all these flips."
Yep.
And that tag team
perfect
class
tag
at
team.
Mania,
Perfect
that tag team
team.
class at Mania did so much wonders for them.
That match against Gunther
that match
was
slept on.
good.
Dude, yes, Braun Strowman versus Gunther.
Braun Strowman versus Gunther was a battle, bro.
Man, Braun Strowman,
that shit was really good.
Oh no, he was in his in-ring work. He was doing pretty damn good before he got hurt. Pretty good.
I think Strowman can get back to that 2018 peak or
no,
not?
No,
again.
absolutely not.
Never.
They ruined it.
Unfortunately, it's too much time.
That's like saying, can Dolph Ziggler
can he
be again? No.
Can he be a world
that's been
heavyweight
long
champion?
ago.
Can he be a world
absolutely.
heavyweight champion again?
Yes, absolutely.
But the fact that
he could be he'll probably be transitional.
No, the fact that we're saying he could be a world heavyweight championship again, let's just keep it a buck. That just means that title is now secondary. I think Drew's gonna do great wonders with it, though. I think Drew's gonna elevate it amazingly, but that title is a secondary title.
Oh, so we're saying
it matters who beats CM Punk for it. It matters who beats CM Punk.
Whoa. We're jumping ahead.
CM Punk
is gonna be MJF.
We're not gonna be dumb. You said
MJF. That's not happening until 2027. You saying Punk's gonna hold it till 2027? That's a long. You
think CM Punk?
2027.
Wait.
That's when MJF's coming.
Wait, did MJF confirm he resigned?
I heard he had a 3-year deal.
If that's confirmed that he resigned, then never mind.
He's re-signed. He's not coming to WWE. He's not coming to WWE.
Are we sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. He's not coming to WWE.
Hey man,
it's a waste of his time.
I don't think.
I want to see Strowman turn a car over onto CM Punk.
All right, bro. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We need a hate off between you and Lewis.
I'm here.
Lewis.
Drew McIntyre is my spirit animal right now. I just want to throw that out there. I fucking love Drew McIntyre.
Sami Zayn can beat CM
So
Punk.
petty.
Huh?
Sami Zayn need a.
He'll be Gunther.
I have to.
Unless he goes. He's not holding the title until next Mania.
I have to see the landscape when CM Punk wins it. I have to see the landscape.
CM Punk is
gonna go Drew.
We honestly, know he's beating Drew. We know he's beating Drew, bro.
Honestly, though, it's kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy with Punk, bro.
His last landscape when CM Punk beats Drew.
It's very iffy with Punk. We might end up having a tournament. We might end up having a tournament like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, because Punk got hurt.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like it's
tricky.
I mean,
you think Punk gonna get hurt during the match?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. And if you can't just say like, oh no, he's not. Like, bro, his track record. Look at his track record. He literally came back. He literally came back within like 3 months. Was already on the show.
So we do know Punk is like gonna wrestle just on pay-per-views at this point, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't see him wrestling on live TV again.
Honestly, he's just having a couple promos.
It doesn't even matter if he makes it to the ring. So I mean,
remove the hatred from.
He gets injured in the crowd. He's like the guy that eats green eggs and ham. I will get injured in the rain. I will get injured.
Dr. Seuss.
To be fair, this injury this time around, it wasn't his fault. Drew hooked him.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Hooked him way too hard.
He just has bad luck.
But
terrible luck.
With what you said, he has terrible luck.
He does, bro. It's really bad. Like both his world title reigns in AEW were stopped by injury.
So with this being said, why
one
can't
of them because he jumped into the crowd? That was funny.
So why can't we just give the belt to DeQuay Vashante then? I think he.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I think it all just
depends. The realest one out here.
It all just depends on how fast you can heal, bro. A lot of people got injured at the top. No, it really depends. It depends on how fast.
He's not healing fast, bro. He's old as shit, bro. I'm sorry. He's not Charlotte. Charlotte coming back night after night.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy?
You think so?
Crazy?
Yes, bro. She's not wearing a brace. She's not wearing anything, and she's working out. She's not wearing anything.
This is wild to me.
She's not wearing anything. No brace, no tape, no nothing.
Can we get a Tiffany? Can we get a Tiffany Stratton to Charlotte feud, please? Yes,
please.
Yeah,
get a tag team. Get a tag team first. Give me a tag team first.
You know, how much you want to bet this whole little appearance in Chicago, even though it's Chicago? How much you want to bet he's gonna give an update on? Well, Drew's gonna come out for sure, but he's gonna give an update on his arm. And Drew's gonna come out, just say you're retired, say I bloody retired you. And then CM Punk is gonna be like, actually, I'm almost healthy. Boom, smack him in the face.
Hell no. Hell no.
You think he's gonna be almost healthy after 2 months with a torn tricep?
He's old, bro. He's too old for that,
I think that's what he's gonna
bro.
say. I think that's what he's gonna say.
Make him the ref,
bro. He can't even lift that shit up.
I think he's coming back at SummerSlam. I think he's gonna be the end angle. After
no, I think he's good by then.
I think.
How long? They say 6 to 8 or 4 to 5 or 4 to 6.
It just depends on people. They give you
thumbs, but I can't.
They give you a certain time limit, but honestly, it just depends on how fast your body can heal when it comes down to injuries.
Hey, y'all didn't see Jade? He was yawning, bro. When G was saying that,
because they say that about a lot of athletes, but realistically, you know, they get all them, you know, extra.
It doesn't
stuff,
matter
you know,
how quickly you can fix your car if the car was a junker in the first place.
Oh wow! Oh
wow! Yeah, how long did Lonzo Ball? How long did they say he was supposed to come back, bro? He still ain't back.
I mean, that's.
But he ain't got like. This is different though. I think he's losing like cartilage in his knee, which is like you can't. That's like
horrible, man.
That's the same thing Tracy McGrady had. That's why he couldn't do anything anymore because you're losing that cartilage in your knee. That helps you elevate and jump and stuff like that. You can't
jump shot, man.
Once that is gone, bro, your knee's just shot, bro.
He just got cleared for.
What is Jade's form, bro?
That's Lonzo Ball's jump shot.
So I think knee injury is a little bit more. Knee injury is a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? Because if you can't walk, I mean, you can't really.
Yeah. You can't do anything.
Especially because you got a plant on that knee. You gotta drive.
That's why
I got terrible
land on it.
Yeah, that's why a lot of athletes, you know, once their knees get shot, that's why you see like a lot. That's why there's limit for how like it's running backs in the NFL is like what? Not even like 10 years, bro. Because once your knee gets shot, bro, like it's very rare that you'll see like an Adrian Peterson who get like a torn ACL come back and have like an MVP season, bro. Like that's extremely rare you see that.
That's why Great Khali couldn't wrestle.
Knees, bro. Them knees shot, bro. Especially when you.
The greatest of all time, no injuries.
Facts.
Knees is fine. That boy's knees is fine.
But it's even worse though when you're big like when you're big like Khali though, because he's a giant. It's even worse though.
Big Show too.
For somebody like Khali, bro. Yeah, like Big Show too. Like look at Big Show's knees, bro.
Big Show's knees.
Chris Jericho.
Boy, his knees is like this, man. This shit like
Chris Jericho, man. I don't think anything's wrong with Chris Jericho's knee, but he wrestled like his knee shot. Oh my god.
He wrestled like
Chris Jericho wrestled like his knee shot, bro.
He need to get off TV, bro.
He been wrestling for so many. I wouldn't be surprised, but he been wrestling for so
many. He gotta get off TV, man. He gotta get off TV.
It's very rare that you'll see wrestlers in very good health at a certain age like that, bro. Like so many people.
Unless you're Ricky Steamboat,
bro. Look at Undertaker, bro. It's hard for this man to even walk, bro. This man.
I feel you, gang.
It's even hard for Rock to walk. You see the way Rock walks?
That's why Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean,
wrestling.
Don't get Lewis started.
Their bodies be done with.
Let me tell you the real reason why my Via can't walk properly anymore.
No,
and this is the real reason. That bald head has made his body so heavy that he has to drag that shit on everywhere. So he's balancing every time he takes the step. So he moved like this. He got to put his right leg like that. He moved like this. His left leg.
You want to see The Rock be confused? Walk into a room and yell "Leg Day," and then walk out and look at the look on his face.
Yo,
see what he does.
Hey, so let me ask y'all a question. Since we're on the topic,
I don't know why I'm feeling so petty today.
Does he have the worst Versace outfits? Yes.
Since we're on the topic of Dwayne, everybody other than Lewis, because I know Lewis's answer. How do we feel about that segment?
Which one?
It was cool.
The Hollywood Rock segment.
Oh, it was great.
It was good. It was good.
I will say himself after the concert.
Get the head out your house.
No. I mean this on a serious note. So you guys are perfectly okay. Or you guys like blow up when not you guys, but the internet blows up when Roman calls Seth Rollins a crossdresser. But it's not out of line that he talked about his mother. That Maivia talked about Cody's mother, made fun of the Josh situation. Like, are these not other sensitive things? Like,
yeah,
people are sensitive. They're selective. They're very selective.
Selective anger, bro.
Very
so the reason I asked y'all that question is because I got home and I turned y'all's notifications off, and I was like, let me watch this spoiler free. So I see I lied. I did get spoiled by the Hollywood Rock thing coming back because my dumb self opened Twitter 5 minutes into the show, and that's all I saw. So I was like, dang, that's all my fault. So I watched it. Okay, cool. Theme came back. Nice. Love the entrance. Man, the whole time I sat there, I was like, bro, can you hurry up? Like, we get it, gang. Like, hurry up. Like even the concert, because I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't watch Hollywood Rock in its true prime. Even when he brought it that little concert, even when he brought it back for the feud against Cena, I was kind of like, but
Hey,
hey,
look, I
people
found my
love it.
view
I
right
get
here.
it.
You guys see my view right
Oh
here?
my god!
Found him right here.
We need a compilation of Lewis hating on my view.
Yeah, facts.
Bro,
Are you
video
ready?
was
Get on that,
Are
G.
you ready for a
hours.
5-hour
But
con?
my
It'll
whole
take
thing
hours,
was,
bro.
when I saw him doing the whole singing, like I saw he brought the lyrics, and I'm like, okay, I get you're busy. That's funny. You needed the lyrics in front of you. Made me think of Cena telling him, notes for your promo. Made me think of it, but I was like, okay, fine. But the whole time he was doing, I'm like, bro, did y'all not practice this before y'all got out there? Because it sounded like he kept looking at them to be like, hey, like I'm about to start singing next. Let me know when to go. And I'm just like, hurry up.
Here's the thing,
Like
G.
it dragged for me.
Let me respond to that. Here's what bothers me about The Rock in this situation. And neither of these things are The Rock's fault, by the way. I have a hard time finding blame for The Rock. I just make fun of him for the memes. But there are two things that are wrong with The Rock in this situation. Number one, he's not needed. He's not needed for any of the whatever they could have done story-wise would have been better without The Rock distracting from everything going on. That's one. Number two, and I said this on the show either last week or the week before, wrestling has passed The Rock by. We are done with The Rock. Everything he's doing, everything he's saying, every method he uses, every style that he delivers is stuck in 1997 when that shit flew. Nobody cares anymore. Like, were some of the things he sang in his cute little song on Friday, would they have been funny 20 years ago? Probably. Did I need it in 2024 when half the roster can't even make it onto the show because The Rock's bald corporate ass has to get in the ring and take up 40 minutes of the show every fucking week? No. So neither of those things are The Rock's fault because he's as old as he is and he's stuck in his ways, and I get that. It's not his fault. It's not his fault that they allowed him to come back. They could have told him no, but they're never going to. So neither of those things are The Rock's fault, but I can't still help but be a little bit bothered when I turn on SmackDown and I'm ready to see all these guys that I love week to week, and then I got to watch 40 minutes of 1998 again. It's just not something I'm there for.
I'd rather watch Liv Morgan.
That's crazy. I will say this. I will say this because I was thinking this earlier. I know a lot. I've seen people say The Rock saved WrestleMania. That shit is false. Because that entails that WrestleMania needed saving in the first place.
Yeah.
If Rock wasn't involved in Mania would be fine. Even if they didn't have CM Punk, even if the stuff with Vince still happened, people would have forgot about it by the time Mania came around. Everything else would have been great. The Rock, I will admit, he adds a lot to the story. He's added a lot of eyes, and he's the reason that they're selling out these venues. He's the reason why viewership is up. I'll give him that, but The Rock didn't save WrestleMania. WrestleMania didn't need saving in the first place.
I will argue your point that he added to the story. For me, it's like it almost feels like the story is between Rock and Cody more than it is Cody and Roman. That's why I'm glad, hopefully, it seems like it, Rock's not going to be on SmackDown. I enjoy seeing Rock.
Week,
He's entertaining for me, but it's like we don't need you, gang. Like I'm enjoying what you're doing. I love the Hollywood Rock theme. I love seeing The Rock on my TV, but like, bro, we don't need you for this at all.
Roman is the fifth wheel in the story, bro.
And you know what's so crazy? I'm glad y'all said that because that first time when they went 40 minutes, I was like, okay, we're going back to Bloodline original when they were taking up all this time on SmackDown. Hey, at least we only have to deal with this for a couple of weeks. Like, it's gonna happen. But the whole time, I'm not gonna lie. Every promo The Rock has done since he's got back, I've fast forward. I'm like, okay, I get it. Let's go. Because and that's bro. Like
you know what
and this is why, and this is
I'm activating my cheek powers, bro, because I'm so ass.
Yeah, so like the whole time, like you just brought up the belt, bro. That reveal to him bringing out, I'm gonna give your mom the Rock version of the belt. It took you like 8 minutes to get to that point, gang. Like
Instagram,
like that would have been fine.
Bro, he repeated.
Like, yeah, bro, like, this is what The Rock's gonna do. Oh, you really want he said, Mama Road, you want your boy to finish that story. He said that like 6 times. Like, and so for me, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is the more we go on, the more I get proven right that this was not always the plan and this wasn't honorable. Because there's no way you're telling me that if they would have just did Roman Cody like it was supposed to be, right? Like, yeah, The Rock, he's going to be a big star. He's going to help sell out tickets, even though I think they would sell out regardless because Monday Night Raw is selling out. Hey, The Rock, it helps sell out tickets, so that's fine. But what you just said, Nate, and all of y'all's points is true. The whole time The Rock was talking, Paul Heyman wasn't there. The Bloodline didn't come out with him. Roman ain't there, which WWE, I know he's on a part-time contract. Needs to be at every show. He can show up every week for the road to WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
We are 3 weeks out. We are
exactly
3 weeks
like
out
you
and Roman
like Roman. I get. Hey, look, you earned your contract game, but you can be here every week for WrestleMania.
That's
now,
unacceptable. 3 weeks from this.
Now, maybe the only grace I'll give Roman is maybe they told him, "Hey, we don't need you because we're doing a Rock concert." Which, I mean, if you're Roman, if they tell you don't need you, I'm gonna go chill with my family.
Go chill.
But I don't think this Rock concert needed to happen. It's kind of like I feel like we're building towards a Roman. I feel like we're building towards a Cody Rhodes versus Rock program. As like if this would have been if Rock and Cody would have been a singles match night one, fine, I'll let it slide. But we're building a tag match. Like Roman needs to be here. Roman has not really felt like he's done anything. So until since The Rock has came back. Somebody said my Wi-Fi's tripping. Have I been lagging out this whole time?
Hey, you want to see Roman? You want to see Roman?
Oh God, bro.
What does he even do, bro?
Your Wi-Fi's good. It's good now.
No,
but have I been lagging out this whole show?
No. It was just for
a second.
Okay.
You're good. You're good now.
And the worst thing about all that too is, the only way any of this makes sense, like with the "you're welcome" stuff, the only way any of this makes sense is if The Rock turns on Roman, and now you're just telegraphing. So if you're going to telegraph what's going to happen anyway, now you've wasted my time. So now all that time I invested into watching SmackDown, every minute that The Rock was on the screen is just wasted because you could have just said, hey, The Rock's going to turn on Roman in that match, and then not had 40 minutes of Rock calling people fat and singing about Cody's mom and all this other jizz. I don't need it. It's wholly unnecessary. I get the attraction with The Rock. I understand that he drives ticket sales. I don't blame you if you're entertained by The Rock. It's just, for me, it feels like we were doing such a good job of moving forward. And every time guys like The Rock or Goldberg or even Stone Cold, he's not exempt from it either, come back, we get dragged 30 years back, and then we have to start all over. And it's just really annoying. It's really annoying.
But honestly, though, that goes into the fans, though, because the fans will ask for something like this. Not everybody, but
remember, I said at the start, I don't blame Rock for it, right?
Yeah. Like the fans will ask for something like the fans will say they want somebody to come back, right? And then when that person comes back, then it's an issue when they come back because of how they come back. But it's like y'all been asking for it for how many years now? How long? So y'all got what y'all wanted, but y'all didn't get it in the fashion I guess you wanted it. But it's like, then how do you want it then? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like I look at it for the way I look at it like this. Honestly, I think The Rock has added and saved the Bloodline storyline for what it is, because it dragged after SummerSlam. It was dead for it was dead for something so many months, and I think they needed something to help spark back up, because I think with Roman, with Solo, with the Usos, I mean, they pretty much done everything they could do themselves as far as the story. Adding The Rock a part of it, I think, made it more interesting, and it turned out, I think, better the way it did, because I think they had to switch some things up, because I don't think they expected the fans to react the way they did to the whole situation. So for them to switch things up and to make it different to the way they did it to now, I think, honestly, this is the best Rock we've seen since 2003. I've said it before. It's the best, most interesting The Rock has been since Hollywood Rock. And that was 2 decades ago. So I think, for me, I think The Rock has added a lot to the Bloodline story just because of the aura that he brings. You know what I mean? Like, just because of if you look at everybody else in that Bloodline, they call it, all the other people, there's nobody else really on that Roman Reigns type level other than The Rock is. You know what I mean? That's why, to me, you know, when he was matching up against Jay, I was like, oh, Jay not gonna beat Roman because he's not that dude. You know what I mean? Like he's not at that peak. You know what I mean? Solo isn't there yet either. Jimmy not gonna do it either. So there's really nobody else to really match as far as that's why I think Roman's kind of been taking the backseat a little bit. Is because The Rock is the only guy to really kind of match him to that, you know, to that peak. Why he called himself the final boss and stuff like that. You know, the high chief, whatever they wanted to call him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think he saved WrestleMania for sure either. I don't know. People were saying that, you know what I mean? That's just like WrestleMania would have been fine. He made WrestleMania bigger. I'm not going to deny that. You know what I mean? He made it a lot bigger because the viewership that he's going to bring to the show is going to be, I'm sure, crazy. You know what I mean? But I think for me, the most important thing to me, I think he's added to the Bloodline story because after SummerSlam, it died for some months and months where we were like talking about how dry it was. And then Rock coming back to be a part of it himself, but doing it in the fashion they're doing it now, I think it's worked out. I think it's worked out better than what it would have perceived if it had just been Rock and Roman just one-on-one this year.
So I hear you, but I'm going to give you some pushback. So if you want to say him coming back saved the Bloodline in the sense that it gives Roman something to do after he loses, fine. But it kind of ties in with you saying you think this is the best Rock since 03. I heavily disagree. I think, in my personal opinion, even though I think Cody Roman 2 was one of them stories that really didn't need much build. You just had to maybe give Cody a little bit more confidence going into it, like he has to do it, all that. With The Rock being here, I hear you and I understand why you're saying what you're saying. But I feel like all he's really done is put more spotlight on him and taken away from the overall point of this story, which is Cody Roman 2. This whole point is supposed to be a finish your story. That's the tagline for Mania and the video game they just released. And right now, I feel like the only story they've really built mainly is Rock versus Cody. Now, they turned it into a tag match because I think in their heads, oh, snap, CM Punk's not here. What are we going to do for night one's main event? Which I still think it would have been fine if it was just Seth and Drew. But fine, this is what you wanted to do. Give some intrigue. I'm cool with that. But I have not felt the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes dynamic of this match at all, other than when they said, hey, your match at night 2 is going to be Bloodline rules if we win. And I can picture what Cody Rhodes is going to have to overcome. But they have not told that story. Paul Heyman, who I thought was going to be a crucial part to this, barely there.
Should have been.
The only person that's really been there is The Rock, and that's why I say that's why the pushback I'm giving you is I don't feel like he saved this Bloodline. I feel like he just put the attention on himself. And I feel like it's taken away from the overall bigger point. Like, yes, is the tag match, if they would have announced this on a random Tuesday, everybody would be hyped for this match. It doesn't need build. It's the 4 biggest stars you have in this company.
To me personally, this feels more like a Cody and Maivia build-up rather than a Cody and Roman build.
Yeah, and that's that what to me is more hindering this story as opposed to benefiting.
If you watch Roman, except for the one moment where he stopped The Rock from doing his catchphrase and said, "Acknowledge me," that was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, facts.
Except for that one moment, that based on everything else The Rock and Roman have done on screen together, that moment almost feels like it's out of character because every other time that you see The Rock and Roman in a ring together, The Rock is on the stick talking to the crowd and talking to Cody, and Roman is just this hype man in the background, reacting to everything he says and making faces and throwing his finger up and laughing and doing all this stuff. And then he grabs a mic and calls Seth the crossdresser, and then The Rock takes the mic back and dominates the rest of the promo. And I thought Roman was the man, and maybe that's going to play into the telegraphed, breakup turn or whatever at WrestleMania. Maybe that's all part of it, but it after everything they've done for the past 4 years to make Roman feel like the final boss, and then to have him relegated to The Rock's hype man 3 weeks before WrestleMania, it just makes it feel a lot less worth it that we put up with everything we did with Roman and the Bloodline for the past 3 years. That this character, this Roman Reigns that we all know and hate to love and love to hate, would allow The Rock to just swoop in, take the stick from him, and start driving the car. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, you want to see Roman again? You want to see Roman in this storyline?
Solo. I think I get everybody's perspective, but I think that's how it's supposed to be, though. Like The Rock, like I said, he's a higher echelon than everybody in the family. He doesn't have to answer to Roman Reigns because he was the real, final boss before Roman was the final boss. He's the only guy. He's the only guy in the family that can match Roman.
He says, "I acknowledge you as my tribal queef," like that. All that goes away, bro.
All right, bro.
And honestly,
of course he's gonna say that. He's not gonna say anything else.
But that still all goes away per storyline wise. Like if we want to look at the grand scheme of things, he doesn't have to. But per storyline wise, everything you said goes out the window. He acknowledged him already.
And the thing is, once he acknowledged him, that should have been what they played off of. Let's say The Rock wanted to talk, and the Roman's like, "Nah, I got this."
Facts.
That's more of the reason why I'm upset he wasn't on this week's show. Like, I'm sorry, Roman, you need to be here every week. And if they fine, you wanted a Rock concert. He did it last time he came back. Whatever, fine, I'll let this one slide. But if next Friday Roman's supposed to be there on The Rock, is it? So I guess, but that's a problem. I know Rock is a busy man, but you signed up for this. You're the one who said, "I feel like I need to save WrestleMania." Well, then you need to be here every week.
Do you know how much bigger
I don't think they need to be
Roman would feel if The Rock was halfway through his concert and Roman interrupted the concert and came out and said, "Leave, I need to address the crowd"?
That would have been some
I was
shit.
waiting for it. I was waiting for him to be halfway through his song and then for Roman's music to hit and for him to come out and dismiss The Rock and then make Memphis acknowledge him. And then he just never did. And we got 25 minutes of crap.
And if you're gonna tell, especially because if the plan is Rock is supposed to turn on Roman, they're gonna have bloodline rules so that Rock can turn on Roman. They have not told that story other than the one moment when he made him acknowledge him, and you could see in The Rock's eyes it was like he really didn't want to do it, but he's looking at the big picture. So they haven't I hear when you say you feel like this is always what it was supposed to be. Yes, in the aspect of once Rock decided, hey, this is what we're going to do, I'm going to be a heel. I think The Rock, what he's doing is perfectly fine. I feel like the dynamic they're doing with Roman, though, isn't. I feel like the way they're telling this story, because you have to spin multiple plates. You have to spin this tag match. You have to make Cody still, I mean, they're doing a great job with Cody on Raw, but you have to tell Cody, hey, this is his last chance. Roman still has to feel like that final boss. The Rock called himself the final boss. And I'm not going to lie, when he said that, imagine if Roman was there and Roman just looked at him a little crazy when he called himself the final boss. Because The Rock shouldn't be the final boss. You just acknowledged the final boss. Mm-hmm. You just submitted to the final boss. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't be calling yourself that. So if Roman was there, guess what? All Roman Reigns needs is a look. Perfectly fine.
But they've already been doing that stuff though. They've already been doing like the looks and like the little tension and stuff. Like
not since he acknowledged them. Not since he acknowledged them.
I've seen more tension. I've seen more tension with Seth and Cody than I've seen.
Wait. When was the last time they were in the same ring together? I don't remember Roman doing anything.
That was last week.
I don't remember. I don't remember Roman doing anything besides standing in the back.
I see more tension between Cody and Seth than I do either.
And then last week, all he was doing was looking at Seth and Cody. He wasn't looking at The Rock all crazy. He wasn't like. He wasn't. Like,
he got upstaged. He got upstaged by The Rock. He's always
ever since The Rock acknowledged him.
He's gonna be though. That's the thing. He's gonna be. Even if it wasn't the whole tribal chief stuff, he would still be upstaged because it's The Rock, bro. Like it's the end of the day. It's not everybody is going to be on that same level. It's the same reason why, like, you go look at the guy. Everybody in the bloodline has acknowledged Roman, but nobody has been able to upstage him because nobody else is on that level.
Okay, so I agree with you in a literal sense, but in storyline,
you have to.
In storyline, you need
I feel
to
like
tell,
you're trying to justify
it,
and it can't be justified.
And my thing is,
it's justified to me. I don't see a problem.
Well, my thing is, if you're going in storyline, if you're going to, if The Rock of all people is going to, with no problem in storyline, with no problem acknowledge Roman Reigns, you need to present as though, like, you can't have The Rock say, I'm the final boss when you're not. Technically, it's Roman, because Roman is the guy that Cody needs to beat. Roman is the one with the title. You can't, especially because we all assume, and I say assume because I didn't think Roman was winning last year. We all assume The Rock is going to cost Roman this title. That's what we assume. Or he's going to have it to where the bloodline are no longer able to interfere.
That's the only way it's
You
justified.
have to draw that tension of Roman, like, Roman got to at least be like, hey, like maybe The Rock is going finally, and then he stops him again. Or, doesn't have, or Rock is trying to say something, and Roman just cuts him off. Like, they're not telling that. So right now, it just, if I didn't know any better and I was a new watcher, I would think The Rock is the champion the way they presented it.
Exactly.
And
that's my problem.
And you've been doing this stuff with Roman. He's felt like the biggest boss in WWE for the past 3 years. I get Rock is a star. I get it. Rock is on the upper echelon level. You should have never made him acknowledge him then.
The only way this is justifiable is if he actually does turn on Roman. But if he doesn't turn on Roman, you made Roman the least important part of the story at arguably the biggest Mania ever.
At the worst possible time.
At the worst time. At the least important part of the story. I know we said we should humanize Roman, but this is not the way to humanize.
We've gone too far in the other direction. Yeah.
We've gone too. Have you guys ever seen You Got Served?
Yes.
This is who my Via is. Putting no work, but stealing everybody moves, everybody flow, stealing everybody time. This is who he is. If you ever see You Got Served, Nate, I know you see You Got Served, Nate. This is who he is. That's who he is. Stealing everybody's time, stealing everybody's fucking fire, energy, flow, all that. That's who he is.
You got to stop this, dog.
Now, they have 3 weeks. Now, in fairness to them, they have 3 weeks. They would, I mean, let's be real. There's no way The Rock ain't got no input in creative with all this. So, and we, like, let's be like, even if you weren't a wrestling fan when Rock was around in his prime, all you have to do is hear about the stuff he did with Black Adam to know that The Rock has definitely got some input on how he's doing this stuff, right? Yep. So, okay, he wants his little Rock concert, fine. They have 3 weeks now to make Roman feel like the true final boss, because right now he doesn't. They have 3 weeks to tell this dissension, because right now there is none. There's no dissension right now. And they have 3 weeks to make, this whole bloodline crumbling thing kick off. Can they do it? Yes, they can. I believe in them that they can. But right now, we are going. This might be one of the biggest fumbles of a storyline since Becky Lynch to main event.
Fumble?
Because fumbled. The reason why I say fumbled is because they have made Roman seem. Y'all just said it. They have made Roman feel like the least important part of this story, and he's the freaking champion.
But they have 3 weeks to fix that. They got 3 weeks to fix that.
That's why I'm not really tripping. We have this.
We got time.
And the amount of time they've been having on SmackDown, they damn near get an hour. So
that's what I'm saying. They can fix it, but if they don't, this will be the biggest fumble.
It will be a fumble
since Becky Lynch.
Like I said, there's ways to dehumanize a person, and this isn't the way to humanize. Or I said dehumanize. This isn't the way to humanize Roman. Like. He's just being outshined, and he's supposed to be the head of the table, and he's getting outshined by some dude who got married into the family. So,
and last thing I'll say to Trajan, I hope I'm saying your name right. To Trajan Reyes' point, or what if this is the plan? Make Roman feel less than. That is a stupid plan. Because he's the guy with the title.
He's literally the
guy with the title.
Yeah, and like that makes Cody's win very less significant. Much less.
Cody should beat the strongest Roman possible to look like the strongest babyface possible. If he beats a Roman that looks like Via's henchman, it's not valid, bro.
Because otherwise, what was the point in him losing last year? If he wasn't going to beat Roman at 150% this year.
I hated it then.
But couldn't you use that same logic if The Rock helped Cody win though?
What do you mean?
Because you said he got to beat the strongest Roman possible. But if The Rock turns on Roman to help Cody win, then Cody still didn't beat Roman by himself.
I wouldn't want
But
that.
that's
Cody needs
I
to
wouldn't
win.
have Rock touch Roman.
But that's my problem, is that The Rock should have never been involved in this shit in the first place. If you want The Rock at WrestleMania, fine. If you want him to go to WrestleMania and have a 30-minute Rock concert, be my fucking guest. You want to do The Rock versus Solo Sikoa? I'd pay tickets for it. What you don't need is for The Rock to be involved directly in Roman versus Cody. And for someone like The Rock, who has said on multiple occasions that he's a student of the business, that he's passionate about this business, that he'd be nothing without this business, as someone in the position that he's in, to not be able to see the direction they're going with their product, and to be able to say, wait a minute, if I make myself jump in here, I'm going to just mess everything up and make everything more confusing. And that makes me doubt The Rock's ability to understand what's going on TV right now, to not say, I can still be a part of WrestleMania, I can draw tickets, I can do promos every week, I can be directly involved with Roman. But if you're not going to do The Rock versus Roman, he doesn't really need to be involved with Roman. That's
here's where I'll come in and say, there is a way you can have Maivia make Cody look a little bit strong. You can have Roman sit in the corner type shit, and this is assuming they win night one, right? Because it's going to be the bloodline, like, you know, the motherfuckers can't get involved. So you can have Roman sit in the corner looking, Solo one side, Maivia in the middle, Jimmy on the other side, because they're going to be involved in the match. And then they're walking towards Cody. Cody's backed up in the corner himself. And then Roman starts swinging on Solo and Jimmy and gets him out of the ring. That's the most perfect way you can have Cody look really strong against Roman without having Maivia touch Roman. That's the more logical thing, because Maivia's getting rid of the package that comes with Roman, making it even for Cody. If you have Maivia touch Roman, that's just gonna make Cody's win look so fucking bad.
Dumb.
I don't think he's gonna touch him.
No. This is where I'm going, because there's no way you can have fucking Maivia do the Maivia South on Roman when last year we literally had fucking the Haluva kick and stunner and Roman still kicked out of that. If you weren't gonna do that sequence back then, don't do that shit now. Don't do that shit now. Two finishers is more impactful than one.
I think The Rock is there to make sure, like you said, nobody else can help, you know, Roman win, because Roman with the bloodline, he can't be beat at this point. Cody's gonna need something to beat Roman at this point. They've already proven that when Roman has the bloodline, he just can't be beat with the title on the line. It's not possible. It's been told time and time again. So in my mind, Cody's gonna need some type of help to beat Roman. He's gonna need somebody there to do something to make sure that there's nobody there to look out for Roman in the end, because the only people to take down Roman and beat him in the story were the Usos, who were a part of the bloodline. So for me, the story's been told. The only people who can realistically take down this man, or at least weaken him, are the people within his family.
And so with that being said,
and how much?
Obviously,
let me say this. And how better of a mental game would it be? Because you said the people that can take Roman down or pretty much weaken him are the people in his family. How much would it fuck Roman up mentally in the match, in the main event of WrestleMania, where he's defending his championship at the biggest stage, and he sees his family member take out his two other family members?
Then they need to tell that story on TV. We have 3 weeks. We have to, but they should have been telling that story. Honestly, they were on the right track. Roman Reigns makes The Rock acknowledge him, and The Rock looks like he doesn't want to do it, but does it because he sees the bigger picture. They have not told that story since, and it's been 2 weeks TV since. And one of them, Roman wasn't there. The other one, he looked like Lil Bro.
I think it's fine the way
they need to tell that story now.
I think to me, they've been telling the story with the little hints The Rock's been dropping in the promos, calling himself the final boss, just saying certain things that you just, when he says certain things, I think a lot of people are kind of looking like the left eye, like, why is he saying that? Or, you know, he shouldn't be saying that type thing. I think at the end, the only thing that really matters is that you have the proper ending. You have Cody Rhodes make sure that he wins at WrestleMania. That's the most important thing. Everybody, whether you feel like they're telling Rock and Cody, however you feel it, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to make sure Cody wins at WrestleMania. This honestly is going to make Cody look bigger than ever with everything they're doing. It's going to benefit him more than anybody, because assuming the bloodline wins night one, now he's going to have to overcome the bloodline, everybody else, which is going to be legal. Like, they're allowed to be out there. So now they're allowed to be at the ring. They're allowed to do whatever they want, and they're going to drag it out. It's going to make it seem like, you know, is The Rock going to turn? Is he not going to turn? But at the end of the day, I don't think he's necessarily going to touch Roman. I think it's going to be more so he's going to take out the other members of the bloodline, and that's going to distract Roman, because I think Roman, even though The Rock is kind of taking the spotlight, I don't think in Roman's mind that the family would turn on him necessarily, because he is at the higher echelon. And the people who have turned on him, he's kicked him to the curb. You know what I mean? So he's always had people in the bloodline to be there to watch himself. So in the end, if it doesn't end up with Cody winning, then I agree with you guys. It's all pretty much kind of just going backwards at this point, because number one, you have Cody lose another big WrestleMania. So what's the point of him winning the Rumble? What are we doing here? Why are we stretching this out? And then you have Rock and Roman still together, which still kind of doesn't make sense, because I don't think they need to be together long term. This doesn't have to be a long term. Little groups, because I think there's too many from a storyline.
Oh, there he is.
Tyler, for the billionth time.
Fucking hell.
Hogan's record is not a record. You don't get a trophy for third place. I don't understand why people are so adamant.
Nate, how long did we jump in when you're live?
We're past that.
Wow, bro. Wow, bro.
Hey, so this will be the.
I'm not even looking at the comments, so I don't see. What you're saying,
but I do want to say, Prince Liger, I see you, bro. I see you, Prince
So
Liger.
Malik, this will be the final thing I'll say to you, then, and then we can move on. So I agree with you.
But I see your perspective and how you're looking at it, because Roman has been the higher echelon. I'm just looking at it like The Rock steps in. I don't expect The Rock to take a seat back to Roman Reigns, because he's, I guess, supposed to from the story. Like, they both have they're dominant alpha males. So I understand the tension hasn't been, I guess, what people have wanted it to be, but I think it's going to be that by the time we get to WrestleMania. So I'm looking at
it. And that's fine,
Malik, you're not
because
wrong.
I agree.
I see your POV too, but your POV only works if they like do it right.
Yeah.
Well, I think Cody Rhodes is winning, and I'm saying I think because last time I said I know he lost. So I think Cody Rhodes is winning, right? I think it's going to be a thing. Roman. I think The Rock takes out Jimmy and Solo, or helps out take him out, because I think Jey Uso and Seth Rollins are going to be involved somehow, some way, because it's bloodline rules. So I hear you with that. The only thing that I'll say is I agree that The Rock shouldn't take a step back, but right now it seems like Roman has. And at the very least, they should be on equal footing. And that's where it kind of worries me, because the other thing too, yes, The Rock has been, the L's and all that, but Paul Heyman is supposed to be the wise man. Paul Heyman saw it and looked very confused when he did. That's a real life picture. And Paul Heyman has not been a factor. It's how much better would this be if The Rock, if Paul Heyman was trying to warn Roman Reigns, or hey, let's talk about what I saw The Rock do, but then Roman Reigns for the first time decides he doesn't want to listen because he's too arrogant and got too cocky for his britches. You know what I mean? Like, that's what because even though, yes, the turn in kayfabe might come out of left field, but us smart fans know what the plan is. Right. But in storyline on TV, I feel like they made Roman Reigns take a step back, and they were doing the good stuff with the little tidbits. But Paul Heyman noticed it. He's supposed to be the wise man. That's literally what he gets paid to, and nobody has seen a thing. We haven't seen Paul Heyman in 2 weeks.
What if at the end of what if Heyman, like, I don't know, what if he's on The Rock side or not? Because he has two phones. He got the Rock phone, he got the Roman Reigns phone now. So it could be I don't know. It could be either side.
I hear you.
I think on Friday, what they need to do to address maybe the confusion is when Cody comes out and they're talking, they're cutting that promo. They need to do something where it's like, Roman is like when Cody says something about find a boss, and Roman needs to address it or something like that. Like, he needs to pretty much like exclude The Rock, like he answers to me or something like that. I don't like something within that aspect to make that more tension. You know what I mean? Because even though he may say something like that, The Rock doesn't necessarily have to address it. He can just hear it and understand. Like, okay, so you think you're running shit. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. At the end of the day, though, I think it all is gonna work out. To me, it just.
As long as Cody wins.
Yeah, it won't make sense if Cody doesn't win at the end of the day. Because to me, they're trying to build him up, I guess, like, going to say, like, Rocky Balboa type stuff for Philly. You know what I mean? Like, he gotta go through the bloodline night 1, and then he's going to have to go through the bloodline night 2 at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think it all works out, because I think they're building up Rock and Roman for next year's WrestleMania. I think they're going to do that.
I agree.
I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do that long term. So at the end, I honestly think it could work out. If like I said, they just have to make the right decisions. Like at the end of the day, they have to make the right choices when it comes to the storyline. And I want to believe they're smart enough to understand what direction they have to go in, because I think they were smart enough to know that they had to turn The Rock into a heel for this, because if they weren't that smart enough, they could honestly they could have just ran with The Rock and Roman shit if they wanted to, just off rip, because they could have, you know what I mean? So if they wanted to go that direction, they could have just went that direction just off the rip and said, fuck what the fans want, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do for the big money type, kind of like the Vince McMahon stuff, you know what I mean? Like Vince would have said, all right, what did the fans want this? Well, we're going to do this anyway, because this is what's best for the business, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I get your guys' point. So I see the value that you guys are bringing. I mean, I'm not gonna say Roman has felt like the most important thing, because he hasn't, but to me, this is how I'm kind of looking at how I guess it's kind of supposed to be as of right now, and then leading up to it, I think they'll have more friction within the story. So,
Tyler, I'm gonna drag you, bro.
Oh, shout out to my little brothers. They're at a house show in North Carolina, and they just met Bianca Belair. Shout out my little brothers.
Shout out,
Oh, hell yeah.
shout out to the little G's.
But we all agree, right? Gunther's beating Cody, right?
Cook.
Yes.
Cook.
So y'all think they're gonna put Mr. Imperium back on SmackDown, because he should have never left, but I understand why.
To be fair, before Punk signed, we felt like the plan was always for Gunther to be world champion. Then Punk signed, and then changed everything. So the logical thing would have him beat Cody.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I think
the way Cody need to lose, Cody need to go out on his shield. Like he need to get that ass whipped John Cena style.
Oh, but you know what's gonna happen then, right? Hey,
not
you know what's gonna happen?
But like he gonna have to bleed. He gonna have to bleed.
But I think he's gonna get it back. I think, because look, I don't think Gunther's gonna have
Survivor Series.
No, I was about to say, I don't think Gunther's gonna have a reign with the IC title, with like he did with the IC title, with the world title. So like, let's be real. Y'all say Cody's gonna win it multiple times. Let's say he gets smacked like crazy and he get his get back at Mania 41. I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
If he wins at Bash in Berlin and then drops it to Cody at like Survivor Series, I'll be out with it.
Bash in Berlin is August.
Yeah, that's a fast reign.
Yeah, it's like 2 months.
Whoa! Pause. Stop. How do you think Bash in Berlin and Survivor Series is a fast reign, but you don't think WrestleMania to Bash in Berlin is a fast reign? Because that was my big argument with Cody.
SummerSlam.
Wait, Bash in Berlin's in August?
Yeah, it's at the end of August. End of August.
I didn't even know that.
So May, June, July, August. That's a 4-month run. And then from August to November, or basically it's end of August, so it's really September. September, October, November.
How would y'all feel? So
3 to 4. It's still a fast reign.
Not saying this will happen, but I was talking to somebody about this because I threw it out there on my TikTok. So everybody knows that there's some people who wanted Chad Gable to be in this match, right? They felt like Chad Gable was the right guy. So hypothetically, let's say they're extending it. You know what I'm saying? How would y'all feel if they did Chad Gable versus Gunther, but they did it in Germany? Because the last time Gable challenged Gunther for the title was in Chad Gable's hometown, and Gunther beat him. So how would you feel if they built up Gable as the underdog, but now he has to go into Gunther's territory and beat Gunther over in his home country in front of his people?
I feel like that's different.
I gotta see how this plays out, because
I mean,
Chad Gable's
it could be something.
Chad Gable's
I feel like it's
up, so
yeah, but I feel like that's different because they don't do shows in Germany. They're always going to do a show in Minnesota,
and they don't.
But this is like the first PLE in Germany. I feel like they want their guy to go in there and look dominant because he's going to be the babyface, and they want to send them home happy.
Yeah.
Like they did with Rhea. So I feel like that's like
I get confused over calling it his home. Isn't he from Austria?
Not his home country, but his people.
He's Austrian, but he speaks German.
Yeah, he speaks German. Like that's his people. That's his people. Like
I guess.
Like he went to Germany.
It's weird
and
to me that we're all kind of just acting like this show's happening in Austria. I mean, it's all relevant. It's all in Europe, I guess. In Europe,
I mean, it's like
that's what he did with Drew. That's
where Gunther cut his cloth from, though. Like he's one of the rare breeds where he's loved everywhere in Europe. Like
right.
He went everywhere before coming to the United States.
From Jay's perspective, technically, yes, Gunther is not from Germany, but he speaks their language. He speaks German. They speak German in Austria. So,
well, sure, yeah. I mean, I guess it's like what I'm noticing is that the continent of Europe, because there's so few megastars that come out of WWE that are from Europe, that they sort of just adopt one and all. So, like, if you're from any part of Europe, then you're just European.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Austria used to be part of Germany. I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Yeah, Austria.
Until it all got
Makes
split up, you
sense.
know.
It makes sense.
It got split up, you know, when stuff
we know. Yeah.
Anyway, that was just a minute point. I think what the shitty part about the Gunther story right now is that fact of the matter is he's not wrestling Chad Gable at WrestleMania. He's wrestling Sami Zayn, who I thought we all loved, but now we're seeing the same type of shit from 2014 where if it was anybody but Daniel Bryan, they were going to get shit on. Rey Mysterio got booed out of the Royal Rumble because he wasn't Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing the same shit with Sami Zayn where everyone's turning on him because he's not
Well, I haven't seen anybody turn on Sammy.
I feel like everybody on social media, it's not that
nobody can be satisfied, bro.
They're just disappointed that it's not Chad.
Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. Sami Zayn is my favorite wrestler, and I hate this decision. Let me talk to you. Yeah. No, and it's not. And what I'm seeing is not Sami Zayn hate. It's people actually don't want Sami to match because it's beneath him. Like Sami should not be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship. Like he should be on his path. I made a video about this. He should be on his path to the World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like a match with Gunther that he's going to lose just going to be another stepping stone. Gets him on the card, which is phenomenal. I love that he's on the card. But he would have been a part of the main event as he would have helped Cody win. Like he would have been a part of the main event again. So for me, it's a step down. I feel like Sammy's path shouldn't be through the Intercontinental Championship. I feel like he should take a different path. And like G said, him not being on the card like kind of builds him more for his Mania moment for next year. And someone like Gable, like he needs that. You know what I'm saying? He needs that. And I will say they haven't done a good job building up Gable since he lost to Gunther the last time. You know, so it makes me question if he's even going to be in the match because
I don't think he is.
If Triple H is trying to use social media backlash to build Gable, like that's very lazy because like you had all these months to build Gable. And like he didn't get built again until he faced Ivar for like the 85th time
we just
on
did
Raw.
The social media backlash with Cody, like it's
exactly. So I'm like, if this is like a pattern with Triple H trying to use social media to get stars over, like if this is going to start being a thing, like it's cheap and it's lazy. It's like just build Gable from the ground up, you know, and that's probably what they're doing. So like if he is in a triple threat, that's great. That's amazing. I hope he wins and that leads Gunther to not be pinned. But also it's like you should have just built him from the moment he lost to Gunther. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
I told you what Chad Gable doing.
So to add to the comments, so first of all to the comments, he's not saying that Sami Zayn is above fighting Gunther. He's saying Sami Zayn in this position is above the position he's in because with the story they've been telling, he either should be in the world title picture or because remember guys, he just main evented last year. He should either be in the world title picture or don't have him on the card because Nate alluded to what I said earlier. It builds him up for when he finally does win next year. Like the promo packages of him holding the titles with Kevin Owens to watching WrestleMania from the sidelines the year that's gonna go crazy, right? That's gonna go crazy. The other thing that I'll say is this too. When it comes to Chad Gable in the fan backlash that I guess Triple H is playing off of, the Cody Rhodes one was crazy because if Cody Rhodes would have never said just not in Mania, I don't think the backlash would have been crazy.
No, it's not even the fact that it's Cody fucking won the Rumble.
Like, exactly,
and you already knew. He pointed at the man afterwards.
Tyler, you be everywhere, bro.
Yeah, like
this man was at Raw. This man was at Dynamite. He said he's gonna be in Toronto. All right.
Hey, shout out to that man. If you got the money, I ain't hating on you, man.
Like it was a bad decision from the beginning because he won the Rumble and then he pointed at Roman right after, like literally right after. Yep. So,
but to Nate, what you also brought up, and I know what you're referencing too, because they started a story with Maxine based off the internet.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I see why you're thinking that.
That's fine. Maxine,
but genuinely, I think Sami Zayn in his head was always going to get this match. I just don't think. I think when Chad Gable, as you said, they didn't book him right like that until they started facing Ivar. I genuinely think it's because they thought it was just going to blow by. I didn't think they really understood how much people were behind Gable, which is kind of a shocker, especially with Triple H, because Triple H usually don't miss like that. But let's be real. Everybody, just like they was on Gable, everybody was on Sammy too. Like everybody was rooting for Sammy too. I think it's a matter of fact. He took a risk. He said, I'm going to put this baby face that's really over, and I'm going to put this baby face that's really over, and I'm going to have them be the final two. And the crowd just picked their side. Like the crowd is going to pick. Like when you get two baby faces like that, they're always going to pick one. You're rarely ever going to get a true 50-50 split like Rock and Cena had. Or you're never going to get, like, that's rare for you to happen. So if you put two underdog baby faces together, the crowd is going to pick one. And unfortunately for them, the guy they had win was not the one they picked. You know what I mean? Now, you could have argued you could have called an audible, but... You know
I think they might be trying to extend Gable's story even longer because realistically, Gunther was always going to and me win at WrestleMania because he was going to face Brock, and I don't think Brock was going to beat him for the IC title. So I think they're sticking with the plan to extend him out further as champion. Maybe Gable can get the title shot at SummerSlam or something. I mean, somewhere around there, SummerSlam or somewhere differently. Do y'all think there are similarities between the Chad and Cody story as far as them like being built up to face the two dominant champions to overcome those obstacles?
Obviously, acting like a hype man to Ludwig Kaiser.
Like obviously, like they're not gonna build Gable up to be like face of the company like Cody. I'm not saying that, but as far as like Cody had a shot, Gable had a shot, they couldn't, get the job done, and they've been trying to fight back to get to that same spot to fight the two top dominant champions within the company.
I mean, I hear why you're saying it, but
I'm just throwing that out there. It's a theory.
No, I hear why you're saying it. I understand the point of view, but when you really start to break it down, Chad Gable lost clean twice.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't get cheated. And then in this.
But you got to remember that Roman and Gunther are two different type of champions too, though. They're two different type
of course.
And we also got to remember in this story too, Chad Gable is the only one on the main roster who actually has a sanctioned one-on-one victory against Gunther. So he, on technicality, is the only one who's technically been the most believable to dethrone him.
Do you guys think Chad Gable was the closest to beat Gunther? Like the one that challenged him the most?
I believe, it's not what I think. If you ask me, the person who has been the closest is Sheamus. If you want me to be
Sheamus, yep.
Storyline, technicality wise, it's been Chad Gable because he actually has a legitimate sanction win.
When is Sheamus supposed to come back? What if Chad Gable wasn't supposed to get this at all?
The last
I don't know. It low-key is Sheamus.
Is
I still want
Sheamus
to
be. He's coming back. He's coming back in the draft, bro. That's what I think. There's nothing for Sheamus, gang.
I think he comes back probably the Raw after Mania.
I wouldn't be mad if he did.
I think he'll get the title. He just won't be Gunther for it.
To me, I think Sheamus should be the one to beat Gunther. If it is Chad Gable, it's not going to be a bad option because Chad Gable has the perfect story to be the guy. But to me, I think Sheamus should be the one to me because I think
Jay got his ass whipped. Don't hype.
Yeah, Jay was not the closest. He got his ass beat, bro. He was not the closest.
Gunther just got bored. That's why.
Honestly, if they wanted to, they could do like maybe like Gunther versus Chad versus Sheamus because I think those have been his two best opponents within
I'm
the
cool
reign.
with that, gang. That's a weird style. That's a weird style.
The only thing I'll say, no matter what, so this is the thing. I think you are
J-Rock,
right.
I said main roster.
Malik, you did kind of make a good point about how this was supposed to be Brock.
Ignore him.
This was supposed to be Brock Lesnar. You made that great point. So Triple H, we know he likes to stick to his plan. We've seen that as his booking. He likes to stick to his plan. So if this was supposed to be Brock, Gunther was always supposed to retain. So that means Chad Gable nor Sami Zayn was supposed to win at Mania. So here's the only thing, because Raw after Mania, I have to believe they're making that a priority this year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I just need to believe it. So if you want to make it a priority, you could have a title change on that show. And if they give it to Chad Gable, that's great. But then I'm just gonna be like, but you should have gave it to him in Mania. Like, I think a Raw after Mania title change is good for like a returning superstar of Money in the Bank cash shit, something like that. If they give Chad Gable that win on Raw after Mania, I'm gonna be like, you could have just gave it to him in Mania. Like it would have been better.
You could have gave it to Mania, yes, but I think the Raw after Mania could use something like that because let's be honest, the last couple years it's been terrible. Like the Raw after Mania
been trash, bro.
Pretty bad.
And then we thought last year was gonna be great.
Yeah, like
Last
it'll start
year
off like
horrible.
it'll start off good. Like the opening segment of Raw last year was great. You know what I'm saying? It started off good, but then everything else afterwards is like.
Bro, I knew that tag match was too
Alliance.
good to be true, bro. I said, man.
Yeah, I'm like, Brock's not
I was
wrestling
like,
on Raw. Like,
Nah, you
said Lesnar wrestling on Raw.
But it made it interesting in the beginning though when he came out.
It did, but when you in the moment, I was excited.
We thought this was Triple H booking the show, so we were like, okay, cool. Once we got a Moss versus Elias in the first hour non-commercial,
when Seth Rollins came out there to have them sing, and then he went back, I'm like, what? What was that?
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna lie, their last commercial break, I was like, oh, they're not having this match. I was like, there's like 10 minutes left. I was like, yeah,
they were too far into the show.
I think honestly that you could use something like that. Though.
Hey,
like
we did get the best moment out of that show though. Brock going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if they do want to go to that direction and they want to have Gable beat Gunther the Raw after Mania, I mean that would be shocking and that would bring back the feel because when's the last Raw after Mania you could feel that had like a big moment like that? I can't
when
remember.
Kofi and Seth won the title.
If we're talking, if we're talking about a title change, probably when Jeff Hardy beat Jinder. That was pretty fucking lit.
That was Raw after that though. That was when they did the shakeup.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't Raw after Mania?
That was Raw after Mania.
That was Raw after Mania?
It was the Raw after that. Because the Raw after Mania, that's when Jeff came back and did a tag match with Balor.
No, that was 34. That was 34. That was 34.
And then he beat Jinder the next week and went to SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, that was 2018.
I was there when he went to SmackDown. I was there when he.
So it might have been honestly, it might be when Ziggler won the fucking title. Like that was like over a decade ago. Like when he cashed.
Nah, 2017 was a good.
Oh, we talking
about title changes?
Okay.
Like a big moment where like the crowd went crazy like that. Like
when did Roman beat the Undertaker?
That was 2017.
Okay, so yeah, that was the last
one of my favorite Raws ever.
Where I was like, okay, yeah, this crowd is crazy. Like,
I like 2018 Raw after Mania. I like that one.
2018 is that when?
That's when Bobby came back.
I'm not gonna lie. If you really want to replicate the Dolph Ziggler thing, you could have Damian Priest cash in on Drew the next night.
That'd be crazy.
And that can.
Who would care? Who would care?
And that can start Drew losing his mind.
To be honest, who would care though?
If you gotta get Damian Priest, bro,
I'd laugh. At that
Nate,
point,
let me ask you a genuine question.
Nate,
let me ask you a genuine question about the Damian Priest thing. I get the argument of how you feel. You feel like you should have cashed in a while ago because now we're in a position that we probably could have avoided. I get it, right? I 1000% get it. However, you don't think Damian Priest has done good work, character work, with even though you can argue some of the tag stuff they did, like when they lost it was kind of unnecessary. Yeah. You don't think he's done good work and enough to where he can at least get a 2-month, 3-month reign?
At least let him go to Backlash with it. At least.
I mean, I just feel like people don't care about Priest like that. I feel like his cash is not
anymore. Not anymore.
Like
if it was like something,
it's not going to be nothing even close to Ziggler. Like it's not going to be anything close. Like
people,
I feel like people are going to hate it. Like it's not going to be
because
McIntyre's doing such a great job. And I'm fine with McIntyre, swinging the sword backstage and stuff like that.
I think that's gonna.
I just feel like Damian Priest as a world champion is going to be a stinker. Like it's just not going to hit. And I get it. You have to do it in order to build Drew up again. Fine, whatever. I just think it's going to be shit. Like it's just. I'm not all for.
So Damian, you think they should just ride the momentum with Drew and not fuck it up?
And
I mean, if he ain't going to swing the sword after he loses the title, then yeah. Then no. They're not gonna have him do that.
Bro, he's gonna swing that bitch, bro.
I hear you because I think if Drew McIntyre wasn't doing such good work, that plan that I said months ago, I think would have been perfectly fine to still execute. But because Drew is doing such great work, like I'm not gonna lie, this Twitter game has reminded me of Tommaso Ciampa when he was in his peak. Like this is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. That is so disrespectful.
That's very disrespectful.
That is so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful.
But he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Nah, Swagger is
wrong.
crazy,
He's
bro.
wrong.
Swagger is crazy.
Del Rio. I'll give him Del
Swagger
Rio.
is
Del Rio. He'll be like Del Rio. He won't be like Swagger.
Del
Swagger's
Rio's
atrocious. He'll be
right,
like
so
he'll be like Del Rio.
But
Swagger's
my thing is
Swagger. I mean, he could be on point with that. Anyway.
Nah, come
transition,
on. I think.
Oh.
Damian Priest has more reaction than Swagger.
So then let me ask this, and we'll even clip this up. Hey, we'll even clip this up. I'll ask y'all, and Nate, this is specifically to you, but everybody else can chime in. What would y'all rather have? No, you have no options but these ones.
Okay.
Priest cash in on Drew after he wins. Priest fails his cash in, or Priest cash in on Gunther.
I'd rather have
Fail.
Priest. I'd rather have Priest defend his Money in the Bank again and see what the landscape
Facts.
is like again.
I presented that idea.
That's
before
what
That's
what I said.
And
months
quite
ago.
honestly, it wouldn't be the worst idea if you had him defend it and then win it again just to see the landscape again, because then that shows they really want to make a champ. But the landscape is different. Do you want to fuck up Drew's momentum? Do you want to fuck up Cody's momentum?
That's the thing that I'm like.
He's in a position where
more.
You have two generational champions. You're gonna have two generational champions.
If I gotta pick, it's gotta be Phil because I didn't want to see him catching the mid-card title, bro.
Okay, so then here's my follow-up. If y'all say fail, you don't want to see him cash in on the mid card, right? Fine. J Rock, I skip Cody because I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening at all.
That would be so dumb.
If y'all say fail, I guess my thing is I don't want y'all to then not care about Money in the Bank anymore.
I'm not going to
because I still think Money in the Bank has value. No. I think because look, this is going to be the first time. Look, I just think this could be me giving grace, but this is the first calendar or not calendar.
You think Triple H can book his way out of this?
I think he can, and the reason why is because remember, Priest was not a Triple H option. That was the compromise they came to because Vince wanted Logan Paul. Triple H wanted LA Knight. So Damian Priest was the compromise. They never really had a plan for him. And I think Triple H, just like with these tag titles, which even though I think it's easier to split those up, he's just kind of, all right, we'll just go with the flow. When we have a true concrete plan we like, we'll cash it in. Right? So I think I like the idea of maybe holding it till the next Money in the Bank, but just even though y'all aren't going to care if it's a failed one, I feel like him just not cashing in after 365, I feel like that makes him look dumber than the failed cash in, honestly, because you had a whole year.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It's a lose-lose because you have him fail, and it's like, damn. We haven't had like a big Money in the Bank cash in since Big E, but then he's gonna cash in, and his title reign is gonna be mid. Like, what was the point? Like, he wasn't even. No one's gonna remember Damian Priest as world champion. Like, dead ass. 5 years from now, everyone's be like, "Oh shit, Damian Priest was."
You know what his title reign is gonna be? You know what his title reign is gonna be?
Right.
If he cashes in on Drew, it's gonna be the same situation as Liv Morgan. Just get the shit off of him. Give him the 1 month run just to get it completely off of him and to start fresh. That's what it would possibly be. So if he cashes in on Drew Raw after Mania, hold this until
here. Damn, shit, God.
Oh, so like the Joel Embiid sympathy MVP?
Kinda.
Yes. Here, bro. Here. Just take it. At this point.
Okay, so then
trust the process here.
So fantasy booking. What if, let's say after Mania, they lose these tag titles? And they tell a dissension, and they tell a dissension in Judgment Day, and it's Finn Balor and JD, and they cause Damian Priest his cash shit. Would y'all be cool with that?
Wait,
after WrestleMania they lose the tag titles, maybe they blame Damian Priest for it. There's dissension like they were telling during the Seth feud. You go back to that, and it's Judgment Day. The reason Damian Priest doesn't.
That's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fine. Kick him out. Kick him out.
Honestly, I don't think Money in the Bank has been devalued. They're just putting it on the wrong people. Like they're having the wrong people hold the Money in the Bank, and then they don't know what to do with them when they have the briefcase. That's the main issue.
They're going into it with no plan.
What's crazy is I don't feel like Damian Priest at the time he won Money in the Bank was a bad option. I just feel like Damian Priest, when he won Money in the Bank, stayed completely at the same level where he was at. And then now you add CM Punk to the mix, and Drew completely elevated himself again. There's just too many guys that are just ahead of him, unfortunately. He has not elevated himself. And I feel like Judgment Day low-key holding him back from doing that.
Hey, could be right. So before we dive into what I got right here. We're gonna talk about some good and bad WrestleManias. What are some WrestleManias that you guys love and some ones that you hate just for the people?
Oh, now's our time to shine.
11 fucking sucks. I watched that shit last night,
30
bro.
right now.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I said I want to watch a shit WrestleMania. I literally legit said that to myself.
So you don't have.
I chose a shit WrestleMania, bro.
WrestleMania
main event, bro.
So you don't have self-respect.
So where's WrestleMania ever?
That last night, man, I don't know. I thought I would laugh. I didn't laugh at all, bro. There was nothing. That Mania is just fucking trash. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's just boring. Like, it's not funny. It's sad.
WrestleMania 11 to me.
And suplexes and
WrestleMania 11 to me is the worst one because there's literally nothing good on that show. Like not even.
Bro,
not a
Lawrence
song.
Taylor in his pro wrestling debut main event to WrestleMania.
Crazy, bro.
So he got more main events than Samoa Joe.
Facts. He does.
Lawrence Taylor has more WrestleMania main events than CM Punk. Think about that.
Hey, shout out LT, but he did not belong in that.
No, facts, bro. Bro. That match was
bro.
So
The
bad.
fact that Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam was the main event over Shawn Michaels and Diesel, bro.
Like, and Diesel, which was a good match. That was like the only good match on the show.
That match was built around Pamela Anderson.
Facts. No, the build around that match was trash.
She looked like she couldn't wait to get backstage to collect her paycheck, bro.
Oh yeah.
Anderson, the porn star.
Pamela Anderson, the model, or whatever she is.
I don't know what she is.
No, she's like she's a famous model or something like that back in the day. Like,
I have to look this up.
But Pamela I gotta slander the ones that are newer. It's like at this point, like Mania 9, Mania 2, Mania 11, like those are older. Like they didn't know very well.
Yeah, see, I rock with y'all, but like I am never going to sit down and go watch WrestleMania 9. Why would I?
I've seen a handful of matches.
I'm not gonna lie. The furthest I would go back is X7. I'm not watching anything before X7. I refuse.
Oh no, you gotta go. There's a lot of good things.
You don't like Hogan and Warrior.
Elite.
Warrior's cool. Warrior's cool.
You never seen Brett versus Austin WrestleMania 13? The submission match?
I've seen like highlights of it, but I've never watched the match.
You don't think WrestleMania 10 is good? You got Razor Shawn, Owen, and Brett.
You never seen that ladder match? Razor and Shawn Michaels ladder match?
Like I said, I've seen highlights. I've never sat and watched the.
Bro, you missing?
I'm telling y'all, I will never sit back and watch a full Mania. I've watched like
WrestleMania 10 is a decent Mania.
You ain't got to go back and watch the full Mania, but you got to watch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would. That's what.
Because this is how WrestleMania was.
Go back and watch the
because the way they structured Mania back then was so weird. Because like they had like these big matches, but then they also have like Owen Hart versus some dude who spit tobacco in his mouth. This is not like Owen Hart like that we knew and loved. Like this is like Owen Hart in baggy pants and highlighter. Yeah, bro, Hercules, Mr. WrestleMania before Shawn Michaels, man. Hercules involved everything.
Remember we went through that on that live?
Yeah, bro.
Hercules,
everyone.
I'm like, what?
No, I will say I prefer to slander the ones that are they're like newer because it's like.
All right, let's just talk our generation. What is going for the generation that
32? We missed that last week. 32 needs to be slandered, bro.
What?
So much potential.
It was mid.
What city was that one?
Dallas.
Dallas is a horrible wrestling crowd, by the way. Dallas is a horrible wrestling crowd.
The damn flamethrower, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Texas is kind of disappointing me because Houston on Monday Night Raw, I felt they was quiet too. So yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Houston. All right, so Houston, one of them cities where they're quiet, but if you unlock, it's like a girl. It's like an innocent girl. You know, once you unlock that freak side, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
I was very scared where you were going, bro. I was very scared about where you were going, bro. I was like, hey, bro, relax.
That's why you gotta let me keep talking because y'all be wild. But it's like Houston, they're quiet, but once you unlock it, they loud as fuck. Like remember when Mark Henry beat Randy? They loud as fuck.
Hold on. Someone said 32 is overhated.
Get out.
32 had its good moments, had its bad moments too.
It had the ladder match. It had the women's match.
Triple H Roman Reigns main event.
AJ and Chris Jericho wasn't bad either.
Yes. That was the Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar shitty ass no DQ.
It was so disappointing, bro. So disappointing.
When Ambrose came out on the Raw before with the damn wagon and filled it up, I'm like, this about to
be bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
they disappointed so
and then
much.
In fairness, though, that wasn't on Dean Ambrose.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was on Brock. That's Brock.
The reason I also gave 32 a little bit of pass because they were missing Cena, Orton, and Rollins too. I think that kind of hurt them.
And Sting.
But they made
Sting too.
Triple H and Roman Reigns 30 minutes.
That was
could've been
unnecessary,
15
bro.
minutes, and then
15 minutes.
go home.
15 minutes, go home.
Well, this was
Go
still
home.
prime. Okay, you gotta also. I'm not saying that's right, but you gotta also remember they just came off of 2 back-to-back Cena Rock main events. So Vince was still very much in the thing where like, hey, the main event got to be like 35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they and then they just came off the triple threat as well with Bryan and Randy and Batista. That whole thing. So like, I get it, and I'm not opposed to it.
Like
But
Randy,
you gotta
like,
understand, it's his son-in-law and his prized possession.
But the
Like-
problem is, it made it bad because nobody wanted to see Roman Reigns and Triple H in the main event.
Yeah, but it's
And
Vince.
the crowd turned on it from the jump. They were singing Nakamura's theme. They were chanting Sami Zayn. They weren't there for that match.
Bro, you had Shane versus Undertaker like 30 years too late.
Buns.
Like Shane and Undertaker would have been
Whoa!
a good Mania.
Hold on.
Outside, outside of
Hold
the
on.
dive, that was
Hold on.
bad.
Yeah,
Hold
dude, that match is slow as hell, bro.
The
Let me
match
look
was
at,
great.
bro.
But hold on, I will say that the build-up was really good though.
I
enjoyed
love
build-up
the
was good.
build-up. The build-up
The
was
build was good.
great.
The build-up
That's
was
what I
really
love,
good.
Shane, bro.
But if you would have had this match like 20 years ago at a WrestleMania, it would have
Bro,
been
why
way
was this
better.
match 30 minutes? What the fuck?
It was like
Why is
what was it?
Undertaker and Shane McMahon in 2016 going 30
Bro, the
minutes?
main
It could have
highlight-
been at least a good.
Bro, the main
20
highlights
minutes,
of
you know
that
what I'm saying?
match was
20
Shane.
minutes max.
Bro, the main highlights of that match was Shane DDTing fucking Undertaker on the steps and then him jumping off the cell. That's it. That's the only thing. I
Him
remember.
jumping off the cell is the only. It's the only important thing.
That's the only
It
good
really
part
is.
of
Hey,
the
you know
match.
what? You know what, Mo? You know what, Mo?
That build-up
I'm
was
looking
really
because
good.
I don't remember everything, so I'm looking.
Hey,
back
when
to
Shane
it.
did that, when Shane did the elbow drop to the table at Raw,
Yeah.
that shit was fire. That brawl was
That was
fire.
lit, bro.
Now, when he
Remember
came,
when Undertaker literally threw him out of the ring, bro?
from when he came back, that build, like he came back in that surprise and they
That was
announced
great.
that was
Bro,
really
that
good.
was
That was great.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Shane don't get credit for his mic work because when he said your legacy died, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shane's a good
Whoa,
mic
okay,
worker.
wait. So two things.
he was
So
good
one-
mic worker till he started going brun. Anyway, we're not.
yeah. That's,
Hey,
that's
so
sad.
so Mo, I'm looking at this Mania.
Shane
I'm
had a
not
first
gonna
good
lie.
year run. 2018 is when I stopped caring about it.
I
I'm
like
not gonna
his
lie,
thing
Mo.
with the Miz when he was attacking with the Miz. I thought that was okay.
Oh no.
That was adorable. That was adorable. But Mo,
I enjoyed it.
I'm looking at this card, Mo. The League of Nations beat the New Day, and I have
Yes.
no
You see
memory.
what
Yes.
I'm saying?
The
While they were
handicap
tag team
match-
I have
champions.
no.
And they
I
had
have no
Shawn
memory
Michaels.
of this match.
You
And
don't
they
know
had
that
Shawn
was
Michaels
when
in his
Xavier
wrestling
Woods
gear, by the way.
got stunnered. Xavier Woods got stunnered.
Yeah.
That's when Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and
Why
Stone
was
Cold.
Shawn in his
Yeah.
gear? Why was Shawn in his gear? I
They
don't
did have to
understand that.
hype people up.
So wait. But
He looked
That pissed me
jacked.
off.
also I can't give them a pass for missing John Cena because he literally came back that night.
He had a
was
little
cleared.
segment, but he wasn't cleared.
Oh, he wasn't
Yeah.
cleared? Oh, okay,
He wasn't
okay.
cleared.
And then also too.
Because honestly, if Seth Rollins never got hurt, I fully believe the Shield would have made it in WrestleMania that year.
It would have been a
That
triple
would've
threat.
been the main event.
100%.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
supposed to be. It was supposed to be.
And
That's
if-
why
and
Dean
if-
Ambrose
and
was
if-
in the final
battleground.
two. That's why Dean Ambrose was in the final two.
And if the plan was to have like Maivia do like a squash match, like why couldn't you have him do a program with Bray Wyatt? Like
Because they didn't want. Eric Rowan talked about it. He didn't. I mean, if they're going to do
I think
you can't have.
I think
Braun
Bray was
Strowman-
hurt too.
Well, you can't have Bray get squashed. That's terrible. And you can't.
no,
have Braun-
but I'm saying if the plan was to still have Bro on the card, why not just have a regular match with Bray Wyatt?
Oh,
Have a
yeah,
segment with
I don't-
Bray-
Well, remember
not a
the
segment,
Rock.
but like have a built-up match with Bray Wyatt.
Well, you also got to remember the Rock. Ever since he tore his triceps or his pec, whatever it was against Cena,
Yeah,
he was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm cool off that." Because
No, I
he delayed. I don't know what movie he did, but it delayed it for like
Hercules?
8 weeks.
Delayed
and they were
Hercules. I think it
pissed
was,
about
it was Hercules. Yeah. It was. Oh
Oh,
no! It was.
Yeah,
It was.
Hercules. And they-
I think it was. I think it was GI Joe.
It was
I think it was
G.I.
G.I.
Joe,
Joe.
and they were
See,
pissed
I
about it.
get
They
that,
were
but
pissed about it.
it's Bray Wyatt. You're not gonna have to do too much. You could have did something.
Well,
cinematic.
no, to be honest, they
Why?
should have did. They should have did what they originally was going to do. That was Bray and Brock, and they changed that shit.
Yeah,
That
did
would've
we
been
get-
so good.
because I think probably
Brock,
because Brock
ain't want to do
probably-
it. Brock
Yeah,
ain't wanna do
he
it.
never wanted to work with Bray. He never wanted to work.
Bro, I don't know why either. I don't know. I mean, guys
That
are so
was
now,
so
but
good.
Because Brock
two,
isn't.
We could
Brock
have
isn't doing. He's not going to do spooky shit unless it's with Undertaker.
they had 3 times to do it, bro. They could have did it. They were supposed to do it. They could have did it at Roadblock, but then they did Luke Harper and Brock, and then WrestleMania was gonna happen, and then it could have happened last year, WrestleMania too. So they had opportunities to do it, but I don't know, man. He never wanted to work with Bray, I guess. Bro. I don't know why, bro.
Why not?
Oh, Sasha
That would've-
Banks should have won this night.
Facts,
Bro,
facts,
they did that
facts.
whole entrance, and I remember on the build to that they had her doing a whole YouTube series of like hyping her up towards WrestleMania just to have her lose.
I knew Charlotte was going though, bro.
I didn't
I'm not gonna lie.
makes
When
sense.
they introduced the new title, I was like, oh, okay, bet this is nice for Sasha. This is great.
Nope, Charlotte.
I didn't
At least Charlotte's reign was
I didn't
alright.
have a problem who won that match. To be honest, I didn't have a problem.
As long as it wasn't Becky, I don't think Becky should have won it.
Becky was not ready at that time.
I was like, she was not ready to win that title.
That's true.
Nah.
You go back and
They
look
had
at
Team Total Divas.
you go back and look at Becky in that time. It's crazy, bro.
Eva Marie, I know that.
Eva Marie,
That was-
Natalia.
That was the pre-show. That was the
Hey,
pre-show. That was the
Bella.
pre-show.
I know, but Eva Marie, Natalia, Paige, Brie Bella, and Alyssa Fox. Nikki Bella.
The cast of Total Divas.
Yeah, that
Nikki
was
Bella.
that
No,
was on the
Nikki,
pre-show.
Her neck was hurt.
that's when Nikki had the neck surgery. She wouldn't even.
That was on the,
She
yeah,
retired.
that was on-
She
That
retired.
was on the pre-show. That was on the
Team
pre-show.
Bad and Blonde. Emma, Lana, Naomi, Summer Rae,
great.
and Tamina.
They were just throwing whoever in that match. They just throwing whoever in that match.
Oh my god, that team is bugged,
And this,
bro.
and this made
32 is bad. 32 is bad.
32 is awful, man.
Not worth 34 though. Never
Bro,
heard anything good about
the
34.
women's division was still this bad in 2016, bro. And I
This is
like to
beginning.
associate.
Yeah, this is
I
the
like
beginning
to
of
associate
the
2016 as a good year for WWE. But
Bro,
It was a great year. Yeah.
Bro, this Mania pissed me off because this was the first time where I felt like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal could have meant something if they did something with Baron Corbin, because that was such a great way to debut him on the main roster, and then they ruined it. He won
And
the
don't
Battle
forget-
Royal. You should have threw the mid card something in the next couple months for him, but
Hey,
they didn't.
hey,
you with
bro,
Dolph
don't
Ziggler
forget,
for
4 months or something like that, bro. Forever.
They had him with Ziggler at Money in the Bank, bro.
Hey! Don't forget, bro. Shaq came out. Don't forget that.
Y'all
the
remember-
panda.
And they
The
were gonna
panda.
build
Came
a
at the
big
panda.
Defender, bro.
Panda.
Bro, the
Defender,
U.S.
defender.
title was such a weird.
Hey, when I heard that song, I was like, "Who the fuck is
Bro,
this?"
the U.S.
And
title.
I saw Shaq. I was like, the
Gang, the U.S. title was so weird around that time because you had
Kalisto.
Corbin, Styles, and Ziggler. Then you had Corbin, Styles, and fucking Ty Dillinger. Like it was so weird at that time.
Hey, don't forget
that was
Kalisto.
2017.
Kalisto was
That was
was the
17,
champion.
At
And
beat
guess who
Ryback.
beat-
He's on
Hey,
Ryback
wait,
that match.
and he
You
beat
beat
Ryback.
Ryback. You beat Ryback on the pre-show.
And Kalisto being a Del Real was hype. I was hyped, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
No, that was
yeah,
though. That was.
I ain't gonna lie. This was
I
around.
like moments like that because it was unexpected.
This was around the time. So from 2016 to 2019. This was around the time when
And he had a
takeovers.
failed cash in.
This is around the times when takeovers were outshining WrestleMania. Like they had
Facts.
takeovers the night before WrestleMania, and then they were
Takeover
outshining
Dallas.
them. They were outshining them. Takeover Dallas, Orlando, New Orleans, even Takeover Orlando, bro. Like they were outshining. They were outshining all these WrestleManias, but some of these WrestleManias they sprinkled in a little bit of good moments, but overall they were not good WrestleManias, bro. They were not good WrestleManias.
Bro,
Yeah, because I remember at the time we were overhyping 33, and 33 as a whole was not that good.
It's 33's okay.
Is this the
It's
one with
okay.
the roller coaster?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
stage was
yeah.
beautiful. That stage was beautiful.
Yes, yes.
The only thing that hurts 33 to me was just the main event, bro. The main event wasn't good. That's the only thing that hurt it for me. Roman Reigns and Undertaker.
Bray and Orton was
Everything.
good.
Bray and Orton was
Jericho
bad.
Owens was okay.
But you could have got away with it as long as if you had a good main event though. Like if the main event had been good,
Yeah.
people would have been like, okay. But like it's
They had a
the
good
fact the main
opener.
event-
They had
So
a
we can
couple good
agree
matches
Shane and
in
AJ was the
between.
best match on the card, right? All right.
Yes.
easily, bro. Easily.
Absolutely.
No,
And
Shane
then,
had a
we can
shooting star
agree
press.
the second best match on the card was Neville and Austin Aries, right? All right, cool.
I didn't watch it. I didn't.
And
You
that
don't
was-
watch
that was
it?
pre-show.
That was the
Yeah.
pre-show.
No, bro, that's pre-show. I
Not
don't
a
watch
pre-show.
pre-show.
I don't watch pre-shows, bro. I don't watch.
Bro, that
pre-shows,
match
bro.
was great. Go back and watch.
It
that
was a
match.
good
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
I will
gonna
say
lie.
though, because you know why I think the main event could have stayed it too, because Brock and Goldberg was also good too. The main event.
It was.
Yeah.
Hardys returning
If the
was
main
great.
event had been good, bro, the main would have been okay, bro. It could have survived, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. Wait, Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker was no holds barred? I never did
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I totally
Ray
forgot
and
about
Randy was 10 minutes.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, it
so
was-
I'm not gonna
it
lie.
was close,
33. The reason I'm gonna tax it is for a couple of things.
He's gonna tax it.
I'm gonna tax Mania 33 because I'm not gonna hold you. As much as I love
Seth
them,
Rollins and
as
Triple H
much
was
as I
decent,
love
too.
them, as much as I love them, they ruined the most popular tag team they've had in a long time.
Enzo and Cass.
Enzo and
Yeah,
Cash
yeah,
could have
I'll
been
get
New
that.
Day levels, could have been Uso levels, and they were holding off for so long to give these niggas the title, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
Hardy
because
showed
we get
up.
to Mania, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When the New Day were cut, because this was around the time I wasn't looking at dirt sheets and stuff. So the New Day are like, oh, this is gonna be a fatal 4-way. I was like, oh, that's nice. I guess they're cleared to go now. Hey, Enzo and Cass better win. When I heard that music, I couldn't be
lost my
happy
mind.
for the Hardys. I couldn't be happy. I couldn't.
That's crazy. That's
couldn't.
crazy.
No, you
I
wanna
was-
know why?
I was-
The
I was
reason
like-
no,
I
the
was
reason
like
I
in the
couldn't-
Leave me in the
No,
lot.
the
Leave me
no,
in the
the
lot.
reason I couldn't, bro. First off, I'm not a big Hardy guy anyway. But the reason I couldn't is because I knew
racist.
Enzo and Cass were losing. I knew Enzo and Cass were losing.
That's
I was like,
racist.
there's no way they're gonna debut and Enzo and Cass are still finna win. There's no way. And I was pissed because then what happened with Enzo and Cass? They broke them up.
They should have turned Enzo and Cass heel to beat the Hardys, but I digress.
No, they should have beat the Bar. Enzo and Cass should have beat the Bar afterwards. They didn't. They shouldn't have broken up anyway.
Facts.
That's all.
I think they broke up because Enzo was a problem. I think that's why.
That's also true.
Who knows why they broke?
It
up.
would have fell apart eventually.
Vince honestly
Well,
probably
Cass
wanted to
was a problem too.
Vince probably wanted to push
And
Big
for
Cass and
different
then
reasons.
realized he didn't want to push him anymore. That's what happened. He realized 'cause he's a big dude. And he's like, oh, I want to push this guy.
Adam lose to Brian back to back.
Because he was losing. Yeah, so they honestly they never.
Is
they were
Big
going with the tag
Cass
team.
a less charismatic Von Wagner?
Oh my!
I wouldn't
God.
say less charismatic because in their prime,
Stop it!
I
No,
think
Von Wagner
I think
clears.
in their prime,
Von Wagner
I think
clears.
Cass was way.
Trent,
more
meet me in the
problematic.
lot, bro.
Von
Meet me in the
Wagner
lot
got an
there.
announce table over.
Oh, Mo,
We're
I'll
not
speak
doing
for
that.
Trent.
No,
Jeff
you're right
Hardy-
about that. You're right about that.
Oh,
You're right about
Mo, I'll speak for Trent because we have the same thing. He's a spot monkey. I hope you know that.
that. Who?
So we're just ignoring
Hardy.
Jeff Hardy versus Triple H at No Mercy.
You know what you do, Mo. You know what you do all the time, and I love this. I studied you. I know your game. When I say something about
That's
somebody,
racist.
you'll always bring up one match.
I can bring
Like,
up
that's
multiple.
supposed
I
to
just don't want to
change.
waste y'all's
Like
time.
that-
I just don't want to
but-
waste y'all's time.
No, but you can have a series of great matches that doesn't change what you are.
What?
It doesn't change what you are.
Alright, so
Because, let's be
G,
real.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, let's keep it a buck.
This is-
Y'all
this
not gonna
is
like it. Y'all
disgusting.
not gonna like it. But let's be real. Jeff Hardy. He was what Darby Allin is right now. Darby Allin gets he's gonna wow you. Ooh, I jumped off a ladder into some glass. I did a swanton bomb into a ringside table. That's what yay. This is awesome. Holy shit. Niggas a spot
So
monkey, bro.
I
Make your
will. All
Wi-Fi
right,
lag.
so I'm not.
I mean, he
gonna
said
ne-
wrong though.
So I'm not going to necessarily disagree that that's what Jeff is known for because that is what he's known for. But I think you're also discrediting Jeff because when he was the man in Impact Wrestling in 2013, where he won the Bound for Glory series, that entire year he did not have that many chaotic matches or any chaotic spots, and he was mat wrestling bell to bell. And 2013 was by far, in terms of pure in-ring talent, his best year by a mile.
So you know what my response would that to be?
So I think you're not. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think you're giving Jeff enough credit for going bell to bell either.
So my response would be shout out to Jeff Hardy in 2013. Still a spot monkey.
I'll take it.
Shout out to that year though. Shout out
I'm
to
not.
that year.
I'm not. I'm
I'll
not
take
doing
it.
this with you today.
I'll take it.
He,
I don't want
G-
to talk to him anymore.
G is right to an extent because that's what made Jeff Hardy famous was
Yeah.
being the ultimate daredevil.
Yeah,
that's why
sure.
that's
Yeah,
why a lot of people fell in love with Jeff Hardy because that was his style. He was willing to do things that other people weren't willing to do. You know what I mean? But everybody has different styles, so I don't think it takes away from Jeff Hardy. That's what everybody
course.
brings to the table. Everybody brings different stuff to the table. Like
Yeah, that's
Jeff
what
Hardy,
he does.
that's what Jeff Hardy does.
Yeah, and I didn't say he was bad. I just said he's a spot monkey. Why do we love Darby
That's
Allin?
not all he can do.
Who's
That's
we?
not-
Why do
We
we
don't
love
love
Darby
Darby Allin.
Ooh,
He's cool.
man.
Why do people love Darby Allin? Why do people love
I'm
Darby
sick
Allin?
of you.
Well, there's different. Depends who you ask about Darby Allin, because there's a lot of people who don't like Darby Allin because of his
Facts.
spots. There's a lot of people who actually believe Darby Allin is actually a very good performer.
It's different
I think
perspectives.
Darby.
It's
I
like-
think Darby can wrestle his ass off. That's where I like Darby. I don't like him going through all this crazy.
I mean,
shit.
I think
he doesn't need to.
I mean, he's
everybody
better
has
than
every.
Jeff in
I'll say
the-
it like this.
I
Everybody
agree.
has,
He is better than Jeff in the ring.
Everybody has their different styles of wrestling. There's a reason why Mick Foley was beloved the way he did because Mick Foley was the hardcore legend for a reason, bro. He's doing
Stop
things
bringing up
that
Victory Road, man. Come on, man.
Are we
there's-
really? Are we still
there's different
handling
things.
him?
There's different things that people do that other people aren't willing to do. That's why ECW was the style for certain people because ECW was a different type of wrestling that WWE, WCW didn't provide. Some people like that stuff. You know what I mean? So. Everybody brings something different to the table, man. Everybody brings something different. Whatever you're able to do to connect with the audience to make you have a connection with them. That's what it's all about. You know, Rey Mysterio was like that because he was a high flyer. He was a small guy who could do things that other people can't do in the ring. You know what I mean? So he had that type of connection with the audience. Jeff Hardy, Daredevil, the face paint, like has that type of connection with the audience. So whatever works for people to connect with the audience, that's what it's all about. But I understand your perspective because that's what he was meant to do. That's what he does. Like Jeff Hardy is a spot guy. That's majority of his big moments are moments jumping off ladders and shit.
And don't get me wrong, I get what G's saying, and this isn't directed towards G, But I feel like when people use the term spot monkey, especially when it comes to Jeff Hardy, and this is not directed towards you. Talk about in a general setting. When people call Jeff Hardy a spot monkey, I feel like they automatically put him in this box that he can't wrestle. But we saw when TNA or Impact made him the man, and they started building him up in 2012, and he was by far probably the best wrestler in 2013. He did not have that much chaotic matches compared to what we're used to seeing Jeff Hardy, and he wrestled and went bell for bell every single time he wrestled. He had classics with AJ, classics with fucking Bully, classics with fucking Bobby, Bobby Roode, classics with James Storm. He had classics with fucking Robbie E. Like he was like Matt wrestling. So I feel like there's a negative connotation with spot monkey because people automatically assume he can't wrestle, and that's just not true. Because I've seen Jeff at his peak, Matt wrestling, and he can wrestle.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. I think his identity is just he's the daredevil.
For the high spots.
He's the daredevil. That's his identity. If you want to use spot monkey, I feel like you could use more of that for like Shane McMahon. Because Shane McMahon, like,
for sure.
When you watch most of his matches, not saying Shane can't wrestle, but like every time he's in a match, it's gonna be in a high spot because that's what he does. But that's why the people also love Shane McMahon because he does things that he doesn't have to do, but it's just the type of person that he is. You know what I mean? Like he ain't got to climb 50 feet in the air and jump off a damn structure.
His best matches against Kurt Angle, and the best moments in that match is him doing some crazy ass spots.
Yeah, like,
but like Mo, it's also too like it's not like that's just who
Austin
you are.
Aries,
I just feel like some people overrate Jeff, and it's not. I don't because there's a lot of things that go, but there's a lot of things that go into because, like, for example, Bret Hart, that man is an in-ring merchant.
Oh my!
You know
God,
what I mean? You know what I mean? Like Bret Hart.
All right, man. Back to the WrestleMania.
Starting slandering Bret. That's
back to the WrestleMania. Did we start slandering WrestleMania 30?
The reason I say that,
WrestleMania 30 now.
Hey, the reason I say that is because Bret Hart, great in ring. You could argue one of the best. However,
top 3.
That's where it stops.
No,
is he top 3?
No.
In ring.
I don't have
in
ring.
No.
Technical wrestlers, yes.
Top 5 at
technical,
worst.
yes.
Technical, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. Cool. At least we can
that's what I'm saying. But Bret Hart, like, yeah, in ring, great. I'm not never gonna take that away. After that, though,
that's why your Wi-Fi lagged.
Exactly. On purpose.
No,
after that.
No, you lagged.
We heard the robot.
You did lag. You did lag though.
You did lag.
I don't know what's going on.
No,
bro.
I will say. I understand why y'all don't like Bret. Y'all want
the girl
more
here.
From
You slander.
I understand that.
Slander on Bret, so she's fucking.
I didn't know Jeff Hardy wrestled at Wrestle Kingdom. That's so random.
But that's like
Yeah, right?
everybody brings. I feel like the way I look at wrestling is that every superstar brings something different to the table. Not every superstar may have the total package like a Shawn Michaels or
Did Shawn have the total pack? Let me start. Shawn.
No, yes.
I love
like,
Shawn.
Yes,
I
he
love
did,
Shawn.
bro.
I love Shawn. Shawn is
not everybody may
Kurt.
have the total package. Like everybody can bring something different to the table. Like when I watch certain wrestlers, I just understand what certain people bring to the table. Like if I go back and watch a Goldberg match, like I don't expect Goldberg to put on a Shawn Michaels type match. I'm not watching Goldberg's matches for that. Like I watch Goldberg matches for his character because I want to see him destroy people.
You watch Goldberg matches?
That's what he does though. That's what got Goldberg over was his gimmick.
Chris Jericho? No.
You look at somebody like a Bret Hart. Bret Hart was popular because of his in-ring style, because he could wrestle, he could have good matches. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people were watching Bret Hart to say, "I want to see this 20-minute Bret Hart promo." Like, they want to see Bret Hart in the ring wrestling a match because he's gonna have a good match. Everybody got something different to bring to the table. As long as you are able to get over and have some type of connection with the audience, you're doing something right.
Exactly.
You're right, but that's why I feel like for example, a guy like Kurt Angle, I feel like he clears Bret.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Because Kurt Angle,
overall package.
Kurt Angle was entertaining. He could be entertaining. He could do a lot of things.
Massively entertaining.
Way better.
Kurt Angle could do a lot of things. You know,
show me Bret Hart's name, sexy Bret. Come on, man.
But that is a detriment. I don't think that's a detriment to Bret Hart though, because Bret Hart didn't have that type of charisma. He just was a good wrestler.
So I guess mainly I feel like it addresses like for
you're
example,
calling him Kareem of the era.
When people,
Wait, what'd you say?
He's calling him Kareem. Dominated in a weak era. That's what he thinks. That's
my God, we're not doing this today.
I mean, is he lying?
You think Cat is a bad player? Like, what are we doing here?
He is.
Bad player? That like
yeah. He's the only person I know that can make dropping 60 be so unimpactful.
What do you mean?
No, that's all
What
Michael Jordan.
do
He
you
got
mean?
swept.
Devin Booker dropped 71 and lost too, bro.
And Devin Booker is the
Michael
shooting
Jordan
guard
dropped
version of
63
him.
and Michael Jordan dropped 63
Oh my
and
And
lost.
Devin Booker is the shooting guard version of him. They the same.
Oh my goodness.
They the same.
Oh my
This guy.
One just
goodness.
made it further. One just made it further.
He just yapping, bro. He just yapping, bro.
Oh my
You gotta
God.
stop this.
Hey, G, you know what's crazy though? That 60-point game, Cat only took 2 shots in the fourth.
Didn't he miss both? Did he clank both?
To the Charlotte Hornets.
This is ridiculous.
That boy lost to Brandon Miller. He got cooked by Brandon Miller.
Brandon.
All right,
Miller.
so
Oh my God.
I have. Is there any more quick WrestleMania you want to slander or ones y'all want to praise?
30.
30 is
30.
trash.
Can we
30 is
stop
trash.
overrating 30? Please. For the love of
30 had one of the greatest moments in WWE history.
Sure, but that
That's
doesn't
where it
carry
ends.
into the
That's
top
where it
5
ends.
and top
That's where it
3
ends.
range for some
Anything
people. I'm like, we
regarding
gotta
Daniel
stop.
Bryan that Mania, perfect. Everybody
Perfect.
else can get the fuck out.
Kofi Mania better.
Oh wow, bro.
Ooh.
I mean,
I told you I see your perspective on it, but I disagree. But I
Hey
see
man,
why
all I'm
you-
saying is everything that made WrestleMania good made Kofi Mania that much better.
Kofi
Because
Mania
you know
like
who
built off
the antagonist was?
Daniel Bryan, yeah, of course. So that's why I
So
said I
he-
understood. That's why I said I understood why you said that.
Yeah, I get what you said, but WrestleMania is still better. By far.
It's still better than me as well.
I mean, I have WrestleMania, but
That
I
build,
mean,
that
I
I'm in the
respect you
middle.
saying
Nah,
Kofi
think
Mania
about
because Kofi Mania it
No,
does
Kofi
get
Mania was
underrated
great.
on what it
Kofi
did.
Mania was great. Kofi Mania, it gets
Kofi Mania
underrated.
was fantastic.
We
Kofi
done with
Mania.
And the
90s
new-
wrestling.
It doesn't.
No,
I don't think it gets talked about a lot.
Who said
anymore.
we done with 90s
much.
wrestling? No, we're not. You and Teal can
I
take
think
that trend.
yeah,
and shove it up your
WrestleMania
ass, Trent.
was better for me because of the long term build, and I don't know if they could
We
do
ain't
it
done
today.
with 90s
bro.
wrestling. Y'all crazy as fuck.
I mean, it wasn't
There
supposed to be.
There was
like
only 8 matches on this thing. That's kind of low.
Yeah,
for
fuck Mania
WWE.
30, man.
That's
Fuck
also
Mania
the Mania where they should have pushed Cesaro as
Someone
a
say
star.
WrestleMania is mid. All right, man. We're
that. All
done.
right, we're pushing it.
Yeah,
We're
Not
I-
not the
AJ
Daniel Bryan stuff.
Can
But
I?
Mania
AJ
30,
Lee,
yes.
AJ Lee defeated the entire women's division.
And it was mid.
And
Yeah,
nobody
she did.
cared. The
And it
crowd
was
was
mid.
so dead because they just saw the streak get broken.
And it
Yeah,
was
that
mid.
that was a
Yeah.
death spot. That was a death spot.
They
I mean,
gave
who
her
else
a
are you gonna put there?
spot.
Who
I feel
else
like
you gonna put
I
there?
feel like it'd be a death spot. I'm not discrediting AJ Lee, but nobody cared about the Divas division at that time, bro.
At all.
Yeah, and that's why they put him there.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
cared.
what-
So it was
nobody
like,
cared.
They came on right after the streak ended, bro.
yeah. So that, yeah.
Love you too, Trent, but we not done with the 90s wrestling. Y'all can fuck off.
Yeah,
Hell
we gotta
no.
stop this, man.
We
Yeah,
done
bro,
I
with
literally-
the night. No, I'm kidding.
No, we
We
done
done
I literally
with Bret
just
Hart.
watched-
We done with Bret
I'll
Hart.
say
Just
it's
literally watched-
overrated.
Bret
I'll say the
Hart.
90s
I'm
is
done with
overrated.
Bret Hart.
I'll say the
Yeah.
90s is overrated, but we're not
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
that we're done with the 90s, bro. Nah.
Yeah.
I'll say the Attitude Era gets a little bit too much credit, but it's still good.
Yeah, it
Hey
doesn't get too
G,
much
G,
credit.
you know who we done with though? Joe Montana, Patty Mahomes is better, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Oh, he been better.
Oh,
He been better.
yeah, that's been
Let's
the
go,
thing.
baby. Let's go.
We're
We done with Joe
that.
Montana. That fraud. You know who else a fraud? Elway. Get him out of here too.
John Elway not even top 10. We keep it pushing.
Fuck
He
Broncos,
not
man.
even top 20. I'm gonna keep it a B. Keep it a B.
But nah, bro, I'm not
He's
gonna lie.
kind of a
Mania
fuck.
30, I feel like it's not that bad of a card for real. I think it had some poor decisions. Like I think Bray Wyatt should have beat Cena,
Yep.
Facts. Yep.
and you can say what. But other than that, I mean, the Shield they weren't gonna lose.
Boring.
That
Yeah, that was boring.
I mean,
That was a 2-minute match, bro.
And I'm a
It's a
Shield
2-minute
boy,
match.
but
It
boring.
is what it was.
oh yeah, it was a 2-minute match.
How's a
Bro,
2-minute match boring?
It
bro?
should have been
happened in
Shield
2
versus-
minutes.
Can we
it should've been
also
the Shield
agree?
versus
Can we
Wyatt's,
also
bro.
agree bad decisions like overpower good matches? Because like Bray and Cena, that was a good match, just wrong
was.
decision, bro. That's
Same
why
with
I
Booker
just
T and Triple H.
good match, wrong decision. That was Mania 39 night 2.
Mania 30
Yeah.
is oddly short. There was only 7 matches on this card, actually, if you don't count the pre-show. Like,
They didn't
I
want
don't
to kill
remember.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
I don't
They-
remember. I
The
don't
roster
remember it
wasn't
being that short.
the roster wasn't, you know,
It was the
What
Nah,
it
they
would
did
be
the
like in
Shield.
like 5 years. Yeah.
It was the
If they did the Shield and the Wyatt family at WrestleMania 30, then this might be a different.
that's what they should have
conversation.
done, bro. They should have done it.
They should've.
Well,
Different
Well, we
conversation.
thought they were trying to put Bray Wyatt over Cena.
and
No,
they
he
should
just
have
no,
came off of
done
beating.
Cena. Should have just Cena.
They
and Taker that year.
they should have did Shield versus Wyatt family because the Wyatts literally beat the Shield at Elimination Chamber.
Should have
bro,
just
so
Cena and Taker that year.
You could have seen and Taker that year
Yep.
Facts.
But nope, Brock can take her. Now Streak's dead.
because all they had to do.
Dang, the Shield went back-to-back years beating randoms in a freaking 6-man tag.
They beat the Attitude Era.
If they would have had the Shield versus the
That's
Wyatts,
so crazy.
you could have had the Shield versus the Wyatts. You could have had Brock Lesnar and Batista. You could have had
WWE
Daniel
could've
Bryan.
done
You could have Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton 1-on-1, like it should have been, because that was the whole story. And then Triple H, I mean, he was going to face CM Punk, so obviously you could have found something else for him to do. So he could have fought.
Probably would have made it a triple threat. Honestly, just throw Triple H.
You could have made it a triple
They
threat.
could have did the same thing. They could have did the same thing.
Yeah, you could have made a triple threat in the main event, throw him in there because he's the authority figure, so you could have did something like that. But if you did Cena versus Taker, Shield versus Wyatt, and Batista and Lesnar, that'd have been, man. They could have been
with the right decisions too.
That could have been beautiful, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. We looking at can we talk about
no
29?
29
Buns.
Mid two. It's mid two. 29 is mid two.
Had one great match.
The last three matches
CM
were
Punk and
the best
Undertaker was the best match, bro.
The last three matches were the only.
Triple H and Brock was mid. It was mid.
It was alright. Yeah, it was alright.
Nah, Triple H and Brock, I fuck with that match heavily. That was my favorite match. Honestly.
I thought it was
over
Undertaker. Hey, Alberto Del Rio beat Jack Swagger.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
match.
American.
To me, Brock and Triple H never really had all that great of matches till the steel cage match. Yeah.
Again, I feel like every match Triple H had after end of an era, he just kept trying to replicate at every single Mania with an unsanctioned match, and it fell flat every time. Batista,
like him and Seth
fell flat. Batista fell
Seth
flat.
didn't get exciting till Stephanie went through that.
Yeah,
season.
him and Seth, it was
finish.
okay. Him and Roman, it was mid. Him and fucking what was it? I'm missing a match. Oh, him and Brock, like I said, it was okay. Like he tried to catch lightning in a bottle with unsanctioned matches. It didn't work out after that.
Nope. The only one that cooked was the Bryan match and the Rousey Angle match.
That's it.
Facts.
Two matches that are not sanctioned or that are you get what I mean.
Not unsanctioned,
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Regular matches.
It's too many words.
No, he had some good matches though. Sting match is good too. Just the wrong decision.
Oh, yo, can we talk about how bad Mania 4 is too?
No,
it's a 14-man tournament, bro.
Yeah, again, I'm not.
How does a 14-man tournament work? I want my time back.
Did Savage win that 14-man tournament?
Thank God.
What do you mean your time back? You actively chose to go watch it.
It's because I was like, I gotta make a video for this. I'm like, I gotta make a video with this.
I don't think we're talking about Nate watching Mania 11 enough. Like, why the fuck would you do that?
He watched it for no reason.
Hey man, I said I wanted to watch a shit Mania. I want to see how bad it was, bro. Because y'all, you know.
Do you regret it? Do you regret it?
It passed the time. It passed the time. I thank God. I thank God that I live in an era where I can just do this. Because if I lived through that shit, I don't think I'd be here today. So
yeah, it was
brother. Let me tell you about Mania 11, bro.
All right, so before we head off here, I'm going to just throw out some random WrestleMania matches for you guys, and you guys are just gonna tell us how you feel about it. Some are gonna be good, some are gonna be bad. So everybody can go individually. I'm just gonna throw out some random matches here, and then y'all can just
a Hercules match.
Y'all give out y'all honest opinions. If you haven't seen the match, you haven't seen it. But I'm gonna throw out just some random matches, and then y'all gonna just give. Everybody's gonna be able to go one time at a piece, so everybody can go one at a time. So I'm gonna throw out some good ones. I'm gonna throw out some bad ones. I'm gonna throw out a mixture of a variety. So what about we're gonna start off with this match. I got pictures too, so we're gonna start off with this one. Mayweather and the Big Show.
The second greatest celebrity match ever.
You know, it's funny. We watched this and in high school. We watched this match. The teacher just threw it on. We watched the entire match. It's good. It's fun. It's a fun match.
That's a fun match. It's a fun ass match.
It's fun.
What about this one right here? Brock Roman, WrestleMania 31.
I've told y'all my favorite match of all time.
Oh,
you gotta give credit where credit is due.
They're honestly it's between the SummerSlam match and this one.
Nope,
that's my favorite.
Heist of the Century
Seth
enhances that match.
Beautiful.
Enhanced.
It's a great
the match
match.
Before it was great, and then they enhanced it with the Heist of the Century.
Yeah, their first match together and their last match together is their best matches. Everything in between,
which is pretty sad.
Yeah.
That's why I was expecting 34 to be so good, but nope.
Overrated, the most overrated piece of shit ever.
It's good. It's good.
Overrated.
I like it.
Okay, match. It's good in the last 10 minutes.
I don't mind them pacing themselves because it's the first match of this kind in WWF. The only issue with this match, you built this system of you scored, right? You know 1-1, 1-2, and then all for it to go to sudden death, 0-0, not 1-1, not 2-2, but 0-0. Everything for that. Honestly, the match is good. They paced themselves for that time. They paced themselves very well. It's a good match, but it's just it's just, that and it just makes no sense why they just had it. You build all this up and it's 0-0, and it's like sudden death. All this for one fall. So it's no. Yeah. That's the only thing about the match.
They could have just had a straight up match and it would have been way better.
No,
it's
exactly.
It's not a top 5 Iron Man match. It's not. I'm tired of people acting like it is. It's not.
Cena Orton clears.
Dolph and Seth clear. Bailey and Sasha clear.
Absolutely. MJF and Danielson clear. Absolutely.
Most overrated match in WrestleMania history. Period.
Oh,
that's
I have to look back on my list. All right. Let me start off let me start this one off. My favorite worst match to watch because it's just so bad that I just got it. Bro, they had a stare off for like 6 minutes, bro.
And the crowd chanting, the crowd booing.
And Stone Cold back. What am I here?
Oh man, terrible.
I don't know what else to say.
And they kicked out of each other's finishers with no build up.
Y'all ain't got nothing to say about them. Like, nothing.
It's ass,
nothing,
bro.
nothing,
So what can we say that's already been said about this match?
One of the worst matches in WrestleMania history.
It's the best
nothing. I mean, I mean, the entrances were cool. I'm guessing
you have the entrance happened. The match happened.
The
they had 2 guys who were going to leave.
Yeah. The most over person was Stone Cold, and he wasn't wrestling.
Do you guys? Okay, to be honest though. Do you guys think the crowd made the match worse because they knew that both guys were leaving?
Yes.
No, actually, I've watched it. I tried to watch it on mute. It was still bad.
It's just a bad match. I think
is any match on mute good though?
There's a few.
I watched a lot of matches.
Goldberg Lesnar from 33 was good.
The thing is, for me, crowds in those type of matches do make it better because this shit is so ass. You need something like Roman and Brock, like that crowd. Like the match sucked, but at least the crowd gave you something to laugh at. Like they're chanting, "This is awful." Like it's just funny.
No, it's all around bad.
Bro, they had a stare off for like 6 minutes, bro. Before
you can tell they didn't care, bro. They didn't care.
They kept walking around. They kept.
I bet they had a conversation. Was like, dog, what is the most egregious thing?
Shout out to Brian Zane. Brian Zane's review of this match had me weak.
I have to rewatch that. I haven't watched that in a while. I have to rewatch that. Shout out to Brian Zane.
He said Brock had this one scream where it like faded away. I was like, oh my god.
Is he a YouTuber?
Yes.
Yeah, he's wrestling with regret. Weird, but okay.
It was okay, but has one of my favorite moments where Cena lifted.
Facts.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a sick fuck, so I wanted to see the AA happen when Edge was underneath, but I digress.
Oh, he would have died.
Yeah, he would have been done, bro. He would have been done.
I'm a sick fuck. I'm always disappointed when I see him hop off. I'm like, God damn it.
What about this one right here? What about this one?
So disappointing.
Oh my! Too late.
Edge should not have turned heel.
Too late. That's how I feel.
I was there for that one.
Too late.
Oh, you went to
I watched this one live, bro. I was with my friends with this. Thank God I was with my friends. I probably would have fell asleep if I wasn't, bro.
Yeah, same. I was like, bro, this is gonna cook, and then it was just like, it's okay.
It's all slow, bro.
To me, happened too late, man. Oh my god.
Man,
like I said, good match. The worst
bad finish.
Yeah.
How long was it? How long was it with Triple H after he hit that
27 seconds. 27 seconds.
That match set Kofi Kingston back 11 years.
That's crazy.
Dog. Shouldn't have been in the showcase.
G Baby's favorite match. Yeah. That's how I feel. G Baby's
really good match.
Right winner? Good. Right winner or wrong winner?
Right.
In hindsight, right winner. In hindsight.
Okay, yeah.
In the moment, I was like, man, this is no. But using hindsight, yeah, right.
Like for a long-term decision, it was the right winner, but that was when they
buns and boring.
Yeah, bad.
Why
boring.
Does this exist?
Way too late. Should have been. This is the Mania that really needed to be 2 nights.
It was the first 2-night Mania. It was the first 2-day Mania, bro.
No, this is 35.
That was 35.
No, I'm saying no, but they went into midnight. They went past midnight.
Oh.
If you're on the East Coast, yeah.
True.
Yeah. Got a couple. We'll throw out a few
same
more.
with Triple H Booker
Get
T.
this match off the screen. Next match.
Good match.
It was mid beforehand, though. It was mid beforehand.
The entrances were.
He had the Attitude Era versus the WCW. You know, like
the Terminator
or something like that.
So dumb.
Good match, wrong winner.
Bad finish, yeah. Good match.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Overhated.
Fuck this match.
It's the second one.
Seen this match.
Fuck this match.
I've seen this match once, bro. Yeah, I've seen this match once, and it's just a bunch of finishers, bro. I think I probably fell asleep. I probably fell asleep first.
You say, well, why do you say it's overhated?
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. People pretend like it's like a top 10 worst main event of all time. I'm like, it's not that bad. I've seen significantly worse.
It's just not good. They took away.
I've seen Hogan Sid. Okay, so
I just watched that.
This should have been the triple threat. That's how I feel about it.
Agreed.
Should have been the triple threat. Oh,
most underrated main event in WrestleMania.
Greatest story culmination. Greatest story. One of the greatest story culminations.
Facts. Very good.
See, old heads, we love wrestling over here.
This is the career versus career match.
Isn't this the one?
Motherfucker.
That was when Miss Elizabeth reunited.
That's the one with Miss Elizabeth reunited. Like they was legit crying. Amazing.
The most beautiful ending. The most beautiful ending.
Yes. But people were legit crying. Like cinema, literally cinema.
Too short.
Longer.
Too short.
Probably the best match under 10 minutes. Like in that category. Like
too short.
Between that and Curtin and Ray.
That match was hella short.
Curtin Ray clears.
Yeah.
Innovative.
This was 2000.
At least Christian won.
True.
The triangle ladder match.
Yeah.
That's when they call it the triangle
ladder match. Yeah.
Yep.
At least Christian won.
10 minutes too long. 10 minutes too long.
Too late.
Shouldn't have happened.
Too late.
I really liked the match. It was very long.
The beginning of the build was funny when Batista's dragging Ric Flair by his collar.
He dragging that man by his collar.
I would say the best moment in that match was ripping out the nose piercing. I thought that was like
that was sick.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, that was a really good match. It was very long though.
Too long.
It was to me this happened too late. Like a match of that caliber happened too late.
Should have happened at 31.
Yeah.
Buns. Outside of the
we just talked about this, bro. Yeah, we just talked about this, bro. It's not good.
I want to see what y'all think about this one.
We just saw.
I don't remember it.
This one, the
why would you even?
I don't remember this shit, bro.
I don't remember that match.
I do.
That's when that's when the Iconics won the tag title.
Good for them.
Because Beth did the glam slam off the top rope.
I think Beth was bleeding in this match.
Iconics threw her out.
Did she get busted open, or was that?
No, that was the
Royal
Rumble.
That was the Royal
That
Rumble.
was
the
2020
Rumble.
Rumble.
Gang, I don't remember that match. You might as well go next.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's when the Iconics won the tag title after Bayley and Sasha just won it like a month before. And
yeah, it's okay. They shouldn't have
talked about them having like a temper tantrum or something.
I put this one on here on purpose because I just want to see how y'all generally feel about this. I put this one here on purpose.
So boring, man.
The men's one was good. The men's one was really good.
The men's one was so slept on, bro. Oh my god,
the match has Shotzi in it. That's all I got to say.
Oh my god.
And Natalia.
That had Liv Morgan. Too.
Oh,
they were a team.
Nate was suffering.
What about this one? This is Pandemic.
Wrong winner.
Good match, wrong winner.
I agree.
I'm not watching that.
It's actually a really good match. They always had good matches, but just the wrong one.
Best debut in ring I've ever seen.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Great match.
Awesome match.
Slept on.
Yeah. Good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but the last time I watched it, I enjoyed it.
Wrong winner, though, in my opinion.
It was an I Quit match.
If they were gonna build Matt,
no, that was Backlash. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Backlash to I Quit match. Yeah, I like that.
If they weren't gonna go all in on Matt, there's no reason for him to win. Great! Probably the greatest women's title match ever.
Up until
that point.
Yeah.
Up until that point. I'll give Trish.
I mean, they still have the best story ever. They still have the
probably
best
the best women's story. Yeah.
Yeah, that story was very good. That was very good.
One of the best women's stories ever. I think Charlotte and Rhea has surpassed their match to me, but one of the best women's stories ever. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of matches that surpass that match from this era.
Underrated, underappreciated, doesn't get enough love.
Very good. Very good.
I watched that match. I watched that match 3 times last year. That match is very good.
Shout out KSI, man.
Yes, sir. KSI.
Oh, this is depressing.
There's too many things that go into this match.
I think this is the worst opening match I've seen on a WrestleMania. It's up there. Modern at least. It's up there.
Yeah, because I mean, you ain't have no squash matches in this one. This one's bad.
Yeah,
I do like the interest. The interest is great.
Started with a squash match.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
Too many things were going on with Bray Wyatt too. Like he just lost Brody.
Yeah, it's
then
unfortunate,
yeah, it's too
man.
much.
It's
I don't
just
have any
sad.
thoughts.
It is a
It's
sad
just
match.
The fact that he lost though, and Alexa Bliss turned on him and did nothing with it.
But the
And then
interest,
they
the interest was
released
dope.
him.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
fired
and gave
him.
his gimmick to someone else. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Ugh,
Yeah.
dick.
Oof, cooked.
Beautiful
Cooked.
match. Beautiful
Cooked.
match.
Probably the
Yeah.
blackest moment in WrestleMania history when Bianca's dad almost
Yeah.
jumped the barricade. That is such a black father thing to
Yeah,
do.
nah,
I love
but
it.
it was
is, bro.
amazing match though, phenomenal match.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible match.
That was probably the best build up for a woman we've ever seen. And
The
for
best
Bianca,
Oh, for
build-up?
Bianca.
For
For
Bianca.
Bianca.
Oh,
Bianca.
okay.
it was the best build up we've ever seen for a woman.
Last
In
one,
hindsight, the right winner. In hindsight, the right winner.
Uh,
If they do it right this year, in
If
hindsight,
they do
it's
it
gonna
right
be
this time, the right winner. Good match. Very good match.
I feel like Cody and Roman. I feel like people are still too pissed off about Roman winning, but I feel like match quality, it's one of the greatest main events of all time.
Top 10. Nope.
It's very
no
good.
doubt.
It's very good.
No
It's a
doubt.
very good match.
I was one of those people for the longest, but it's like, why were they gonna just give it to Cody then? Then Cody would have got boring right away.
That match was great. I think it's one of the greatest main
Match,
events
yeah.
ever. People were just mad Cody lost.
They pissed me off in the right way.
I think it's the top 5 WrestleMania main event I've ever seen. Bro.
I think
Top
that
five?
match is
Top
one of my
five.
favorite matches ever, bro.
It was a very
It's
good
great.
match, bro.
I probably like it more later on, but
Going into this year so far, give me to WrestleMania. Give me one of your bold predictions y'all think is gonna happen this year. As far as the matches that we've seen so far, we don't know what else is gonna be announced, but a bold, as far as maybe a winner that you don't think people are gonna think is gonna win, or a match that's gonna steal the show that people are sleeping on.
I don't know if this is bold, but I think Gunther and Sami Zayn will have match of the weekend.
Facts.
Over every match.
Facts.
I think they have the potential to.
That's-
No, you're right. You're right.
Like Gunther's already the best in the world, and then you got Sami Zayn, who's always great. So it's like
I'm gonna give a negative. I'm gonna give a negative, and I'm gonna give a positive. I love the man to death. I love them. I don't think the Usos match is gonna be all that great. I think the story's gonna be great, but the in-ring quality will be fine. It's not gonna. Everyone's hyping this match up like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I don't think
unless it's a street fight. If they make
an
it a
all-time
street
classic. If they make a street fight, it's gonna be great. But I think if it's straight up one-on-one, the story will be great. Like there's gonna be an emotional moment. But I think the in-ring will be like, it'll be cool. Positive one, we're gonna see the greatest. Fuck it, we're gonna see the greatest ladder match of all time. Fuck it, I don't care.
over
For
TLC
me,
feud?
Fuck it.
All time. Woo.
Yeah, fuck it.
For
I
me-
don't care. Fuck it. I don't care.
For me, as bold as I can get, Logan's gonna RKO Randy and he's gonna pin Randy.
With an RKO, that's kind of crazy.
With an RKO, it's crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna give a
upset.
prediction. I've been saying it. This is not Mania itself. Night after Mania, Charlotte's coming back, or at least Friday. Charlotte's coming back. WrestleMania week.
One of my bold predictions. My bold prediction. I think DIY won the tag titles at WrestleMania.
I will. You know what?
Wow.
Don't give me hope that's not gonna happen.
I think honestly, I think they're gonna win the tag titles at WrestleMania. That's
I
my
think
bold
Devin
prediction.
in the comments is cooking too. Roman and Cody 2 is gonna be better than last year.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
This year.
Overbooked, but it'll be better.
It's gonna be a properly overbooked match. A properly overbooked
Yeah.
match.
Or Attitude Era style, bro.
That match might go for an hour.
It'll
Okay,
definitely be.
God,
It'll definitely be.
It's gonna
30
go.
minutes. It'll definitely be
It's
30
gonna go for 40. I say
It
go
might
for
go
40.
for 45. Might go.
It's
for
because they're going to do a lot of stalling, a lot of stories.
You know how
Like
long
Cody,
that
like
entrance gonna be?
Rock is getting his belt out, and he's going to whip Cody like 10.
Well, you
times.
know,
Look at that.
Roman matches are very storytelling, slow paced too. So it'll be.
Yeah,
very,
like there's going to be a period in that match where they're just beating Cody's ass. It's going to be like
yeah, because
slow
Cody's
as
gonna
hell.
get his ass beat, and Roman's gonna talk his shit, and it'll be very. Then you're gonna have the comebacks. It's gonna be a roller
And then
coaster.
Jay, and then Sammy, then Stone Cold, and Seth, and everybody will come out. Cody.
Roman
It'll
is
be
gonna
Stone
retain.
Cold.
I know that Roman's retained.
Oh, you think Stone Cold's getting involved?
Steve Austin.
I think he
Hey,
should.
Stone Cold come out. That'd be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it.
I need to see a Rock Stunner cell, man.
But Nate, I do
I
agree.
think he should.
But
He
Nate,
should.
I do agree with you though that I feel like Jimmy and Jay in ring is not going to be all that. Which I feel like that match is a match I feel like desperately needs stipulation in my opinion.
Street Fight
Yeah,
is perfect.
yeah. If it's a regular one-on-one match,
Fight.
the story, like I said,
Hey,
yeah,
so
it's
what's the goal in a
Street-
pole match? bro?
The only reason I think the in ring quality is going to be okay is because they wrestle the exact same. Like you need something.
Yeah, it's like it's just you're just you know what I'm saying. You're wrestling
They
yourself.
literally have the same
like,
moveset. That's why Jay said me versus me, bro. It's the same moveset.
Right.
Top five WrestleMania main events of all time, in your opinion, right now, all
You
time.
putting us on the spot, gang?
No order.
got
Don't
you.
have to be.
I got
Don't have to be in any order. Don't have to be in any
I got
order.
you. I can give you top 3 for sure, and then I have to think about the other 2.
I would say I'm on top 5 for it.
Austin Rock is the best. I just saw it yesterday, and that story was beautiful.
Which one?
Facts.
Number 2, where like Stone Cold was like slowly unraveling and shit. Taker Shawn, Benoit, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I hate to say it, but it's true.
That's terrible.
That's true.
I know, but
It's in my top 10.
it brought me to
It's in my top
tears
10.
again. It brought me to tears again when I watched it.
My top 5. See, my top 5 is gonna be a little different. I gotta have Hogan, Warrior, WrestleMania 6, Austin Rock, WrestleMania 17, Streak versus Career, Cena Rock 1, and Roman and Cody last year.
Cena Rock 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Cena Rock 1. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I can see that.
Even though Cena should have won, but that match was still incredible though. That match was still great.
Oh, you're on that camp. Okay. I don't know. I'm in the middle on that. It's like
I think Cena should have won just based off they called it once in a lifetime, and it's like we didn't need the rematch, and that was Cena's like passing of the torch, like that was to solidify him, like even though he was the guy, but it's the same like when Andre passed the torch to Hogan, Hogan came back, gave it to The Rock, like it was the passing of the torch for Cena, like he had been the guy, you know what I mean, like he had been the literal face of the company for almost a decade at that point, so that was his like crowning moment, you know what I mean, so. I felt like it should have been Cena, and then it should have never had the rematch. But the match overall was still great. That's my top 5 though. Those are my 5.
Oh, W top 5. I like it. Cody Roman. I need a few years on that. I need a few years.
Cody and Roman this year though, it's probably gonna surpass last year.
Yeah,
my top 5. But
Taker Edge is a sleeper.
I'm gonna go my favorite. So I'm gonna go obviously Stone Cold Rock 17. Easy, very easy.
I forgot.
I'm gonna go Cody Roman. That was a really good match. And in hindsight, especially if Cody wins this year, using hindsight, I'm gonna go that triple threat at 20. That's a really good match. That's fantastic.
Really
match.
good.
You have to do it. Yeah.
I have to put it there.
That's a really good one.
I'm gonna go because I like the first one better. But no, we're not putting that match, dog. Ryan, we're not putting that match there. Because of story, I'm gonna go Shawn Taker.
I will say
that
match.
Lastly, because just the personal bias and just because I was there watching it and I did cry, I'm gonna go Bianca Sasha.
Okay.
I love that. Okay,
nice.
I forgot. Lesnar Reigns 31 is 4.
That's a good one.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Because I know it's my favorite match of all time, but that's for petty reasons. So
that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, I have my top 5 right here.
That used to be my 5 too until I saw Cody and Roman. I feel like that's the best for me.
It is a better match, but it's like.
Yeah. All right, I have my top 5 right here. I got Austin and Mania Mania 17, Undertaker and HBK Mania 26, Cody and Roman at 39, the Usos and Sami KO at Mania 39, and Brock and Kurt at Mania 19.
Okay. Fair ones.
In there, but it's like
it's a
Bob Shooting Star, and they've had better matches.
That's a good one. It's a good match. I feel like what's an
Triple H and Jericho? That shit was ass.
That shit was ass.
Nah, that's overhated, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. That shit
was overhated. It's not as bad as some people make it out.
The weirdest matches to
you know what's bad.
Not the best match, but
you know what's bad. You know what's bad when both Triple H and Jericho both hated it, bro. That's how you know it's bad. Bro.
They hated it. I don't think it's the worst I've ever seen.
I hold world title matches to a standard, bro. That shit was ass.
Okay, I respect that.
They hated it, bro. They hated it. They both.
That's on the same level as Triple H and Randy Orton at 25.
Oh no! That one's way worse.
That's a low bar, dog.
25. Orton and Triple H hold higher standards because at least their build up, like Jericho and Triple H really build up wasn't that good, honestly. Like,
how do you have a great build up and you fumble that way? It was the placement too of that match because Taker and Shawn should have made an event, bro.
But they just needed to add a stipulation to it. That's the only you had Randy Orton just doing the most to your family, bro, and it's just
no. They did add a stipulation. It was that Triple H gets DQ'd, and he loses the title.
Like, why are you doing this? That was so dumb, bro.
Like, isn't Vince involved?
I will say though, underrated WrestleMania main event that doesn't get enough love.
Vince involved.
The most underrated WrestleMania main event that doesn't get enough love to me is Triple H and John Cena at WrestleMania 22. That shit was really good.
Good match. Ooh, wait, I forgot about Shawn and Cena.
Shawn and Cena. I was about to bring that up.
Shawn
and Cena really good.
Yeah, I'll put that 5. I'll put that 5.
I'll put that. Shit.
Shawn and Cena is really good too. That's really good.
That's my top 10.
I mean, can we also count the Boneyard match too? Because that's.
I mean,
it was the main event.
It was the main event.
That match to me might be top 10.
I call that like the perfect retirement movie. That's a perfect
retirement movie. Yes.
Ooh, another underrated one too. I really like the triple threat with Roman, Daniel Bryan, and Edge too. That was really good.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
I've watched that match so many times.
I hate the winner. I hate the winner. Still do, but
I love the stack.
Fuck you.
No, the fact that he actually like. I mean, he said it in his promo, but nobody really kind of like put it all together.
Yeah,
the fact that he actually did it though was like
that match was so great though. So
it was really good. It was really good. They had 2 elite main events: the Bianca and Sasha, and then the triple threat match.
Yeah,
really good main events, bro. Really good main events. All right, you guys, we'll be back next week with another pod. Make sure you guys tune in, and then we'll have the big episode.
Happy birthday, Mo.
Where do these balloons come from, bro? This happens every time, bro. Like,
happy birthday, Mo.
It happens.
I think it's when I put up the 2. Let me test this. Okay,
no, it happens. It
only happens. There it is.
Oh, I guess. What is it? Does that mean something? Or
I was just saying peace.
No, I'm saying like the 2s. Like it just. I don't know. It only happens to you though. Like it's just balloons.
Say Mo.
I don't know. It's weird.
Happened to Courtney too. Oh, if y'all say 2027 for worst, we fighting. That shit is the worst. That shit is ass.
Cameron, I will beat your ass. I'm on your ass on Thursday, Nick.
Oh wait, that's Cameron. It was just Cameron. I'm on your ass too, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, 27 is terrible, bro. That's terrible WrestleMania.
Hey, we got to bring Cameron and Chris on the show.
It's terrible WrestleMania. So
I got to bring y'all on that show too.
Make sure you guys sub, like, updated for all the podcasts that we do every Sunday 5 p.m. We'll be back next week, and then we got WrestleMania predictions the week after that, and then we got WrestleMania follow up. So it's gonna be a lot, bro. It's gonna be a lot, bro. That's an update for your computer. Oh, you got an update. Okay, so your computer be.
We got 2 updates.
Goddamn.
2 updates, bro.